So, being in Jacksonville, Florida, it has been. Hi, kitty. Oh my goodness, gimme, kitty. It has been uber mega hot, hot. Today was pretty hot. Today was pretty hot. It was really hot, actually. Hey, baby. But uh, I guess I mean it seems like shocking right now because the weather's been pretty amazing, and then to have this blast of a hot day, I don't need these. I have no need for these. It's just me. Let me see. This blast of a hot day, and but over the next I guess couple of weeks, we're gonna adjust because this isn't even the tip of the ice. The tip of the iceberg with heat. What? So it's gonna get a lot hotter. It's Florida. It's gonna get really flipping hot. But thankfully, we're not in the middle of the state. We're actually on the coast. And we're not on the Gulf Coast, which they barely ever get a breeze. From what I've heard, I've never been to the Gulf side, but everyone that I know that's lived either both sides or has visited the Gulf, either because of friends or work or family or whatever, they say they never get a breeze. The Gulf just doesn't get a breeze. And I'm like, that's awful. But we get plenty of breeze over here. But we're way more inland now than we were before. It's been beautiful though, beautiful weather. It's just going to take a while to adjust. This cat, really, Ileana? Really? You goddess, you beautiful goddess baby. Shane told me that Casima was pitiful. They were making animal sounds and practicing and doing, all the little things you teach your kids. She said, and they said kitty. Well, she said, what sound does a cat make? She got to a cat, and Casima sat up and started looking around for her cat. And she started going, kitty, 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 kitty. And she said it was pitiful, Mom. So I immediately ran over to Ileana and I put the camera on her. And Seema, come alive, boy. We were FaceTiming. She was going kitty, 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 and she was going mew, mew, mew. She missed her cat, and when Ileana heard her calling, she looked at the phone. She was like, "Hey, that's my kid." It was really cute. It was really cute. Let's see. Come on. Seriously, Illy, chill. Let's see. I'll be right back. I gotta go check on the boys real quick. They're already down. I just want to make sure that they're completely out. I'll be right back. Hey, baby. So, what are the temperatures with anyone willing to chat right now? Or is everyone just scared? I don't even know what the temperature is right now tonight, with it being like, well, it just turned midnight here. So let me go look. No. There we go. Okay, 72. That's amazing. I was hoping to get a patio set really soon, but I don't want to pay full price for it, because patio sets in this area are something that people with money, and even people with not much money that just want to look like they have it, they get a new set every year. They get a nice set, they use it for a year. Sometimes they'll even go 2 years and then they get a new set. So these sets are perfectly fine, and they sell them for cheap because they need to get them out of the way so they can bring in the new set. So I fully intend to buy a set that will fit on that little deck, and also be in really good shape and super cheap. And I just haven't come across one yet. Every time I come across one, they're asking too much for it. So, Kitty, seriously, stop. They're asking too much for them right now because it's still early in the year. But they're going to get to that point where they're ready to sit outside too, and they're going to want to move them quick. And then I'll get my set. And then I can start doing my streams outside, because I've been dying to do that again, like I did back in 2016. I so enjoyed doing my outdoor streams. This weather was amazing. During the late part of winter and the early part of spring, the weather was just so pretty. So I really enjoyed that. Found my cone. I've been looking everywhere for this freaking cone. Okay, so it's Friday night. Unless there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm thinking somebody's live. It's very possible. And on Friday night, somebody's live. I wonder who's live. Let me look. I wasn't planning on being on long, but I really thought there would be a couple of people, active right now to chat. I'm not seeing anybody that I'm subscribed to live. Let me see. I don't know. Hello, Wayne. How are you doing? What's the temperature where you're at? It's 72 here. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, and it's 72. I'm so tired. Oh my God, I'm tired. Oh, this day was busy, but it flew by. This day freaking flew. Just like, bam, it was over. Just like that. What did I even eat for dinner? Oh, I got a 6-inch Subway sub. That's right. Me and Doug just got a foot long, and he got half, I got half. I wasn't starving, and he wasn't either. We were like, let's do Subway subs and get it over with, because it'd been a long day already, A busy day. But Australia. Oh, you're in Australia. What's your weather? I've got a friend in Australia, and I'm really ready to send him his package that I got for him. But with this coronavirus thing, I'm worried that they're gonna. I messaged him already, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, we're gonna wait on that whole package thing, and this will give me more time to get more stuff to put into the box." It's hot, yeah. Well, it's Australia. I heard it was really hot, really muggy, and there's like bugs everywhere. That's what I've always heard about Australia. Like y'all don't ever get any cold or something. I don't know. Do you get cold there? Do you ever get any actual cold? It doesn't ever snow in Australia, does it? I never thought about it. It never even occurred to me to think about it. Yeah, girl. It doesn't snow here. Mm-mm. The last time it snowed here, it was light flurries, and I bought a very bad car from a crackhead. And when I got it home, it wouldn't start again when I cut it off. And that's what I get for going and letting Doug stay home with the boys. I should have let Doug go, but he ripped me good. I called him up, and he was like, "Yeah, well, it's yours now." And he hung up. And I was like, "Motherfucker, I know what you look like, and I'm never going to forget your pot-marked, disgusting crackhead face." And we were standing outside staring at the car, and then I started beating the car. I just started beating that car, beating the shit out of it. And Doug said, "Well, never buy a car in Jacksonville, Florida when it's snowing. It can't be good luck." I was like, "Yeah, it should have been a," because I was standing there talking to the guy, and the car was already started when I got there. That should have been, hey, but you live and you learn. I was too trusting. I guess I never thought in a million years that anybody would be that much of a con to just look someone dead in their face, take their money, and but I did manage to turn around and resell it with the true story and all the screen grabs of the ad that I bought it from. And I got all but I think $100 back. Um, and the guy that bought it was like, "I'm just going to get it for parts and scrap the rest. I'll get my money back. Plus, there's some meat on the bone." I was like, awesome. So he won. I lost $100. I consider it $100 lesson learned. It just costed me $100 to learn. And I think that's a really cheap price because it could have been a lot more. So me looking at the bright side of everything like I always friggin' do. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever's given them to me. I appreciate it. But yeah, that was a story. The guy would not give me my money. I was so mad. You fucking junkie. But that's Jacksonville for you. It was a toss up between buying the car he had, and he said it was his grandmother's car, and he inherited it from her, which went to a nursing home the year before or some crazy shit. And it was as bad as the little old man that drove the Corvette to church and back every Sunday at 10 miles an hour through town and never drove it anywhere else. Sure. It's funny. Well, it's the race of the thumbs. Now here we go. Where the hell is everybody? Is everybody asleep? They taking a nap so they can rock this joint later tonight? What the hell's going on? I got this great book. I think Will actually got me this book. He did. I think. Will, did you get me this book? It's ideas. It's just blank paper. It's just a little blank book. But I like the way it's bound. It's bound really, really nicely. See, it opens flat. I love that. A lot of times these kinds of books don't open flat like this, and they're hard to write in. It was only $1. It's a nice book. I haven't wrote, I haven't, I have not written any ideas yet. Husky who buys a car without letting a mechanic look at it? It's $50. Me, I did. We're tired fuckers. G Mingo says live, 30 some people there, only hang out. I see. Okay. I thought he was probably going to be live. He's usually live every night. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I thought you got this for me. Will was too cheap to buy a book with words in it. The words were expensive. This one's just waiting for my ideas to put words in it. Here, you know what? The first thing I write in this book is going to be about ski-wee. Give me a moment. There. A minute. There you go. The very first thing I wrote in here, let me go ahead and put the date on it. I'll probably do one a day about something. Maze, this is as good as time. Will bought me this months ago. And I really like it, which is why I had it. 3/28/2020. First entry. Okay. Some days maybe I'll write. And I should be doing this. This is good. This is healthy. This is healthy to write. I just did the first one, just fucking around, but you should title it Starship Log. Oh God, I can't stand that frickin' show. The Star Trek. And I don't like Star Wars. It is a cheap fucker. LOL. Oh, I is a cheap fucker. So my first entry is about one of the worst trolls that's ever come after me. Isn't that nice? It shows just how lighthearted I am about shit. Hi, kitty. Look at this diva. Look at this flippin' diva. Trying to see him on the camera. Hey, my girl, mama. Look at that beautiful diva. Ellie probably still think I'm Richard Sword. I don't know who you are. I've been here long enough to realize that it doesn't matter. When you first get on to Voight, you go through the same avenues as anyone else that's new. And it used to matter to me who these people were. And now it doesn't matter. For the most part, it really doesn't matter. Is it true you named that cat Sailor? Absolutely not. Her name is Goddess Ileana. She's looking at me like she knows her name. Trying to eat my babies. We're going to fight. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, you diva. Look at that pretty girl. Goddess Ileana, and she's a goddess. That cat, trying to eat your sugar gliders. Good. Those things are rodents, man. Flipping rodents. It's nice to see somebody knows how to spell that stupid cat's name. Good girl. Mm-hmm. She's a beauty. Marsupials. Get it right, woman. They're rodents with pockets. Okay? Whenever Doug hands me something and wants me to hold it, I'm like, I don't have any pockets. I'm wearing yoga pants. I don't have any pockets. He'll go, yeah, you do. Referring to my coochie. I'm like, that's not a freaking, I'm not a kangaroo, asshole. Jeez. He's like, well, it's still a pocket. It's really not. God, your hair is like violating my privacy. 11 thumbs down. Yes, 11 people hate that I'm sitting here petting a cat and talking with people. Yes, because my content in this video is so horrible. No, that's haters. I love my haters. They're watching. Because see, the thumbs up and thumbs down do not matter. They don't have any effect. Viewing, monetize videos, that's what matters. Speaking of which, let me go monetize this really quick. I almost reached my threshold, which means cha-ching, little extra money in my pocket. Summer's coming up. I've got things and stuff to buy for my bebas. So I am definitely gonna. Seriously, cat? Are you flipping serious with me right now? Stop. Stop. Every time I'm doing something on here, she has to come up and rub on the hand that's controlling the mouse. Never fails. Like, never flipping fails. Ching. There. All monetized up. Every little bit counts. And it adds up, especially when you've got over 600 videos. And some of my videos that are older get crazy views. Hi, Skunk Ape. Thank you. You're looking good too. You're my favorite monkey. Your chesticles, all the other girls use them. Leave my chesticles out of this. Or as you call them, orangutans. Will, can you agree with me that this cat pretty much belongs here? I mean, from the moment she got here, she fit in. She was like, I'm comfortable here. I am very comfortable. She sleeps in our bed. Doug lets her. Doug lets her sleep. And she'll get right by the crook of his legs. And he'll gently nudge her away. Whereas if Sasha got in the bed, or Kitty Girl, or Cat, he'd wake up in the middle of the night and just throw his foot in the air. Cat would go slinging across. I'm like, dude. He's like, I'm half asleep. But with this one, he's like super careful. He said, I don't know what it is, but I, for some reason, like this cat. And I don't like cats, but I really like this cat. And I said, this cat is a beauty queen. She is an absolute goddess. That's why I called her Goddess Ileana. She deserved a classy name, an elegant name, because she's a lady. She's a lady. And I think Ileana just says class and elegance. Isn't that right, baby? You be illy. Skunk Ape, you're going to have to come over and let me do your makeup sometimes. Let's see what we can do with those monkey eyes. Will wanted me to kill him today, didn't you, Will? You wanted to die twice. So this afternoon, late in the afternoon, she's purred like crazy. Late in the afternoon, she I appreciate the thumbs up, you guys. Thank you very much. He decides to cook in the oven. Now, he has an air fryer, which doubles as a little, like a toaster oven, and we have a toaster oven. But does he use the little toaster ovens? No. He cranks up the full-size oven. It gets blazing hot in there, and I'm like, it's never going to cool off in here. So by evening, he's watched Aaron. We took Jack. We went downtown. By the time we got back, we were gone a good little while. By the time we got back, it had cooled down in there. It was getting later in the evening. Things had cooled down. This motherfucker, is my side chat working or is it froze up? Because I want to make sure. Just give me a thumb or, I don't know, a middle finger. Give me something so I know that the side chat's rolling and you guys are still able to talk. But, so I come home a little bit later and I notice he's cooking in the oven again. And I was like, are you seriously fucking cooking in the oven again? He was like, what? I was hungry. I was like, the oven just cooled down from the last time you cooked in it, William. I was so mad. I wanted to punch you in your dick so bad, dude. You just don't even know. I wanted to come up full swing. I wanted to give you something special you would never forget, man. I was like, it's never going to cool down in here. It's never going to cool down. So anyway, it's finally cooling down. It's finally cooling down. I'm going to reload the page. There's clearly people here, so y'all bitches just ain't talking or it's froze because it did that to me before. No, it's not froze. Okay, y'all are just being quiet. I mean, I'm okay with it. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing your conversation. I mean, like, nobody wants to log on and watch a person sitting talking alone, especially if they're not talking about drama. I'm over here petting my pussy. Nobody wants to watch that either. Kitty. But I think the boys might be down. And I'm really ready to wash all this stuff off my face because I got to take a shower. It's hair washing night. Yay! Kitty, seriously, go. And there's an empty couch in there just waiting for me to sit on it, and a remote waiting for me to grab a hold of it nice and tight, because the kids love to lose the remote. And then I have a Netflix calling my name. And of course, I'm just reflecting on awesome information that I got. Just can't get any better. It just can't get any better. I mean, it's going to get better. It can't get any better right now, and not for the next couple of days or so, but it will. It'll get a lot better. But has anybody heard from Rory? Mallory? Or Cat Riley? Or I don't know. Third season of Ozarks came. Stop! Oh my God! I think that was just. Oh, you just made me so happy. I'm gonna go look. Let me just. You know how long I've been waiting for this? And then they were talking about possibly not bringing it back. And I was like, I'm going to go to Netflix, wherever that exists, and I'm going to blow it up. It is. Oh my God. I love that show. Y'all aren't going to see me. How many episodes are there? Do you know how many episodes there are? Please tell me. Please tell me you know. Oh, the bitch just pulled up a gun. Okay, so how many episodes are there? That's what Brad Silverdog said. I don't think I'm going to watch it. The third season trailer didn't look good. Psh, not going to watch it? What is wrong with you? Of course it's going to be good. It's got Jason Bateman in it. He is like a phenomenal actor. He's amazing. He gets nowhere near the bells and whistles and gratitude that he should get for he needs a lifetime achievement award very soon because he is amazing. And I think even though he did what he did in his youth, the whole, what was it, Family Ties? No, not Family Ties. What was it? Anyway, I can't remember. But that show, that I think he really found his calling later on when he was older. That's where he really he was just waiting to bloom. And I think that's where did you watch The Outsider on HBO? Jason Bateman. No, I haven't had TV since '08. We wrote that off as a waste of our finances back in '08. Hogan Family. No, that's not what it was called. It was a sitcom. Was it called Family Ties? No, that was Michael J. Fox. I cannot believe they've got Ozark. Oh my God. Jason Bateman, I don't care what anyone says, is every woman's secret fantasy guilty pleasure. He's like that guy you can trust. Like, he won't say nothing. It's called Outsider. He was on Silver Spoons. That's it. Silver Spoons. I don't remember Hogan Family. I don't remember that. But I love Jason Bateman so much. One of my other favorite actors is Morgan Freeman. I freaking love Morgan Freeman. If I had a chance to meet Morgan Freeman, I would probably just freeze where I stood and just stare. I think he's a god of an actor. I do. I love him. What's another one that I'm like super crazy about? That's just Sam Rockwell. Oh, Sam Rockwell. I can't. I love nerds. I just can't help myself. Look, it's getting hot in here. Sam Rockwell. There are the things I would do to that man. He'd need therapy. I'm not even kidding. No, he wouldn't. Outsider is on torrent and those online sites. I haven't used any of the torrent things in a long time. The first 8 episodes are good, but ending sucked. Stephen King miniseries. I am waiting for them to make Stephen King's Richard Bachman. He wrote under the name Richard Bachman. I'm waiting for them to make The Regulators a film. I read that book. I was really mad. I found it at the Dollar Tree. It was like awesome, but at the same time, I was like, how dare you? How dare you? Stephen King is a god. And I read The Regulators. Doug said, well, if it's at the Dollar Tree, it's not going to be any good. I was like, but it's a hardcover. It's the hardcover. And I read it, and I couldn't stop. I was in love. If you've never read the Richard Bachman Regulators, you should. It was really good. And he has this way, if you've ever read Stephen King, he has this way he writes to the point that you see it. You can see it in your mind. And I could not wait to see it on the big screen. The very first book that I ever read as a teen that was a true story was called The Dove. And it was about a guy named Robin Graham. I was 14 when I read that story, called The Dove by Robin Graham. He wrote it. It was about him when he was 16. His dad and his mom let him sail around the world on a 14-foot sloop. And he didn't make it all the way around, but the time he spent going from port to port, he writes about it. He writes about the bad stuff that happened. He writes about the amazing things he saw, the sunsets and the palm trees. And just reading it at 14, I was like, my God, I can see it. I can literally visualize it. And then he met a woman that was much older than him, and her name was Patty Rattery. See, I remember the books I read. I can't help it because I've just engulfed myself in those books, and they mean something to me. And they met. Um, they ended up seeing each other from port to port a couple of times. They hooked up, and she joined him to get to the next port, and they ended up just staying together. And they had a baby, and they named her Quimby. And they ended up moving on to a tiny island. I think they bought it actually. It was just a small island that they knew about from their travels, and they raised her for a good portion of her lifetime on that island. It's a really good story. It was an amazing book. I loaned it out to one of my very best friends. She passed away Valentine's Day 2011, but I've known her since I was a little girl. And I loaned it to her, and I never got it back. And I was like, I ain't loaning no more of my books out. Then I loaned out one more of my books called Bitter Blood. Long story. Book was like this thick. True story. It was a crime. Loaned that one out. Never got it back. Those are the only two books I ever loaned out, and I never got them back. Both times. 2 times I loaned them out, never got them back. And, but yeah, The Dove, good story. If you're into books, it's worth a read. It's worth a read. Sounds like the plot of The Blue Lagoon. No, The Blue Lagoon was about 2 kids that were shipwrecked. And they were cousins, but they didn't understand the concept. And then they came into their bodily self-discovery with no adults around. And they did the nasty, and they didn't realize, because especially back then, the kids were sheltered. They didn't understand. But no, this is a true story. You should totally read that book. You're welcome. And then there was The Thornbirds. Absolutely loved The Thornbirds. That made me cry. That was a love story that just broke my heart. It just absolutely broke my heart. And Wuthering Heights, another one that broke my heart. Profiles in Courage by JFK. That was an empowering, just enlightening, and it just screamed respect. It just screamed, I give this man respect. I loved that book. I've read a lot of books, and a lot of them stuck with me. But how did I go off on that little spiel? I don't know. But clearly it was shitty enough content to warrant 15 down thumbs. So that's awesome. Just keep relogging into your accounts and coming back here and clicking the down thumb, because each one counts as a view. Thank you. That's what pays me. I use Cody, but since I haven't been able to update it because I don't remember how to update all the little servers on there, it's just sitting here, the little K icons in my toolbar, and I just haven't used it. But I used it to watch Handmaid's Tale. Amazing. What good book have you read? Are you into books? A lot of people aren't into books. I'm absolutely into books. And I haven't been able to read in a long time because of my eyesight. It's really bad. My eyes are really, really bad. And there's just something about being able to pick up a book, and people are like, get an e-reader. Yeah, but this is what I would miss. Because for me, a book is not just about the story. It's not just about like the plot. It's not about the outcome. It's not about the characters. It's not just about all of those things. It's not about the ability to grasp me and pull me in and make me not put a bookmark in and go to bed, because I can't. I gotta keep reading. It's about the whole experience, the smell of the pages. You can tell when it's a quality print book and a shit print book, based on A, the publisher, and B, the quality of the page, the quality of the ink print, and the smell, the smell of the page. You can tell after you've read as many as I've read over 400, and you can tell. And there have been times that I've read a book that just took my breath away and made me have to tell Doug, because he would read vicariously through me, and I would give him updates each day. And some days I wouldn't have any major updates on my story, and he would say, so what happened in your story? I'd say, oh, nothing really. He'd go, well, what happened to that guy that was with that woman, and blah, blah, blah. So he was like, enjoying the story through me. So that's something that was a thing we had back in the day. But since I've quit reading, we don't do that. But I would say, I've read this book and it's amazing, but it was from a publisher that's shit. And the quality of the print is like they weren't expecting much out of it. But this was a really well written book. And I think it should probably get recognized more. The last book I read was about refactoring the J2EE stack into Sprang. What? I don't read for entertainment. Too short of attention span. I think I read some books on Ron Paul and some books on investing, but nothing for entertainment. Well, for a while I got into when the kids were really small and Shane was like a year old. I came across by accident at the thrift store. I was looking for books, and I came across an older book from college courses. And it was about, of all things, because I've read true crimes, so you hear a lot about DNA. And the first book I ever read specifically about DNA was called The Blooding. And it was about the first time they used DNA to solve a crime. And it was in well, I'm getting off track. But anyway, I came across a book about DNA and I thought, oh my God, this is so cool. So I'm flipping through and I got the kids and they're, got Shane in her little stroller. And I put it right in the cart. I was like, I'm getting this. It's $2. And yeah, it's outdated, but I'm not trying to pass a quiz or get an exam or a diploma. This is just really cool. And so, hi, Lily. How are you doing tonight? And I just really enjoyed that DNA book. I read it from cover to, I thought I was going to just hit little sections, which I did in the beginning. I went through it. I was like, oh, that's cool. I've read about this. Let me read more in depthly about it. But then before I knew it, I was like, I want to go back and look at this part because they mentioned it here. And before I knew it, I had ended up reading that whole book. And I didn't retain a lot of it because it was just basically, I retained the stuff that mattered to me because I had read about it in my crime stuff. And anytime I found college books, because, they're obsolete and then they update them and then they donate the old ones and you get them for $2. So every time I would find a college book pertaining to anything that was interesting to me or that I thought would be beneficial to me in my life, like books on psychology and stuff like that, I bought them. I had so many books like that. You should get an antenna for your TV. They have Court TV is a free channel now in my area. We have a Samsung and they have this thing called Samsung TV Plus. You just ate. What did you eat? I didn't eat. I had that sub. I had a 6-inch sub, and that was hours ago. If I eat anything, it'll be a salad. Will gave me a big bag of chopped salad, so I'm going to probably make that while I watch TV after my shower. But we get Samsung TV Plus. Aaron found it. He was like, Nina, look at this. And I went, how are you watching TV shows? He said, it's something on here called Samsung TV Plus. I was like, well, thank you for finding that. A burrito. Oh, I had a burrito for dinner last night. I had extra taco meat left over, seasoned taco meat. Doug picked me up a can of refried beans per my request. And I had the wraps. And I had green chilies and plenty of cheese. And I made myself an amazing beef and bean and cheese burrito. I was just typing that as you said it. Oh, about the salad. Yeah. See? Yeah. But so we have TV channels and I went through the Court TV phase during the Cowell and Eric Menendez stuff because my son Wayne was a little thing. He was just a little teeny baby. So I went through my phase during that and the OJ thing and the Rodney King thing. And I remember this one trial that I watched on Court TV, and it was, I don't remember the parents' names, but they called 911 and their baby was dead and she had drowned. But they noticed that there were burns all the way down, like her breathing, like through her nose. And okay, so like it was burned, like it's hot. And the baby was really hot when they got there, and they were trying to perform CPR. The baby's skin was warm, really, really warm, like warmer than it should have been. Because when someone starts, when they stop breathing and they stop circulating that blood, they start to immediately cool down. And that's, as you know, they calculate it based on the temperature in the room and the time that they hear if someone's there and says it happened this time. Well, the baby was too warm. They said, based on what they're telling us, this baby should have been much cooler. This baby was very warm. So come to find out, well, they accused the parents of killing the baby, of drowning the child. And come to find out, they had been working a lot. The mom did what she did every night. She had 2 or 3 beers. After she put the kids down, her and her husband went on to bed. And when they woke up to their other child putting the baby in the sink inside of a tub, a little bath, like a child bath. I will never forget the story. This woman was livid the whole trial. She was so pissed off. She was mad. And when they would ask her a question, she would go, "No, that's not what happened." And I don't blame her. Now that I saw the whole trial, I wish I remembered their names. But it turned out that their little girl had gotten the baby out of its bed, put it in what they kept calling the mustard yellow tub. And the paramedics even said there was a mustard yellow tub haphazardly placed in the bathroom sink because it really didn't fit very well. And she was trying to give the baby a bath. And she had seen the mom do it so many times that she just did it. And the mom didn't hear because she was asleep, working like mad, and then drank 3 beers before. And then, of course, they did the alcohol test on her. They checked her blood, and based on the time she said she drank her last beer and how much it dissipated in her, they said that she had had around 3 beers. But she got off. They got off. They didn't do anything. She's guilty of having a couple of beers and going to bed and being tired and trying to raise 2 kids and work. And that was it. And I felt really bad for them. I was like, it's terrible. They're going to be paying for this forever. The guilt of not having heard that child crying. And so I was glad they got off. But I kept remembering them saying that mustard yellow tub. They kept making a reference to the mustard yellow tub. And I remembered that story because of that. They just kept referring to the mustard yellow tub. And I don't remember them ever showing it, and which I thought was odd. They may have shown it and I just missed that particular day. I mean, I had 2 kids. I had a toddler. Madison was a nightmare child. She was into everything. So I couldn't breathe with her. And then I had Wayne, and he was a breastfeeding child that wouldn't let me put him down. So I was just typing. Oh, I already saw that. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. I just wish I had somebody to come on panels we could discuss this. This is interesting stuff to me. But that's when I did my court TV time, was back then with the whole OJ thing and the Rodney King thing and the Eric and Kyle Menendez thing. Or was it Lyle Menendez? It's Kyle, wasn't it? Anyway. So I just don't get into the court TV thing anymore. It's way, way more strict now than it was. Back then, when it first started, it was lax as hell. They showed everything. Like, they showed everything. I wish I could remember all of the trials that I watched. There's just certain ones that stick out to me, Really interesting shit. Me and my daughter Shane were talking about Andrea Yates tonight and how she drowned her kids. I was like, didn't she drown her kids? And my daughter was like, yes, 6 months to 7 years old. I said, I was mad at her when I first heard that story without hearing the details. And then, having had 3 kids close together, mine were all like 2.5 years apart. One was, they were 2 years, 5 months apart, 2 years, 9 months apart. I know the stress. She had hers even closer together. She had 5 kids between 6 months and 7 years old. And I know that I found out they lived on a bus for a long time. She was overwhelmed. Her husband would not let her stop having kids. He just kept her off of birth control and pregnant because of the religious beliefs, which I thought was fucking ridiculous. She was totally overwhelmed. And then her doctor said, I told her not to get pregnant anymore. She was going through postpartum and she just kept getting pregnant. And she didn't have an out. And she's another one that will be paying for her crime forever in her heart. Because my daughter said tonight she was going through some type of psychosis. And I never read any books on that one. I just remember watching the stories about it, but I never read a book about it. I think there's a court drama community on YouTube. I don't know anything about this stuff. The women there are as catty as the makeup community. I don't like getting into communities like that. I was never one to hang out with women anyway. Just, that's women. That's women. It isn't about that community. That's women. There's a couple of women like that are dear to my heart, and that's because they're not those women, you know. And I've got a lot of childhood friends that they're not catty by any means. We all grew up in Highland Biltmore, the neighborhood called Highland Biltmore and Craddock, and they weren't catty. They would just beat your ass. So when I ventured out of the Virginia area in Highland Biltmore, which is also where I bought my first home, and started discovering women in other areas of the country and on the internet, I thought they were unique, but what was unique was the girls I grew up with. They were the ones that were unique. No, because she wouldn't be like she is. That's not a typical man thing, you know. But yeah, so yeah, the girls I grew up with would just beat your ass. There was no cattiness involved. It was as simple as, you said what? That was it. You could not be a punk bitch in the group of girls I grew up with since I was like 4. You just couldn't. And we would fight each other. And then we'd patch up, you know, but we would fight each other in the street. Like, I had one friend that I refused. She was mad at me, but that didn't mean I was automatically mad at her. And she was mad at me over something that I hadn't even done anything wrong. She was mad because I was a fan of Michael Jackson. And she thought I was wrong for it because he was black. And she got off the bus. I got off the bus at a stop before I was supposed to and thought, I'm just going to walk all the way home. I'm not even going to get off at our stop. Well, she got off too. And she followed me, her and another girl. And they followed me. And I never turned around. I never looked because I was like, I love her. I love her. I'm not gonna fight her. This is stupid. You know, I mean, I liked Michael Jackson. Who cares? And that's how petty it was with some of them. But they wouldn't be catty. They would just fight you. And she ran. I heard her run up behind me. She grabbed me by my hair. My hair was always long. Grabbed me by my hair, slammed me to the ground, and I caught myself. And when I did, she pushed my face into the ground and just kept slamming my face into the ground until I finally put my hands like that so that my hands were not hitting the rocks and on the road. And then she stopped, and I felt her let go, but she was still holding on to me. She was kind of like loosening up, like she was going to wait for me to turn around, because normally I would just turn around and start fucking swinging. And I didn't. And I think she felt like shit. So she let go of me and just stood up and said, she ain't going to do shit. And I stood up, I picked up my books, and I walked home. I never even turned around and looked at her. And later we talked about it when, you know, of course we patched things up, considering she learned it from, you have a better chance of getting it. Yeah. You should join a street gang or roller derby team. The women online, the cattiness, that's their version of whipping ass. And most of them in reality would never whip ass because they would never do what they do online. That's what it boils down to. online is the only place they got the balls to do it. A lot of the women, if you look at their backgrounds or their history, or, they weren't that type of women in real life ever. So we talked about it later on, and that got brought up. And I was like, why'd you do that? She was like, because you were flipping out, man. You liked Michael Jackson. And I was like, that's seriously why you did that? She was like, man, he's black. You can't be all passionate about a black singer. I was like, that is so freaking racist. She was like, well, I know that now, but I'm just saying that's why I did it then. And she was like, I did it for your own good. I was like, you were trying to beat acceptance out of me? That doesn't make any sense. And I asked her why she didn't keep going. She said because she felt like shit. And but when I left and I walked on home, and her mom and me were super close. I was really close with everybody in her home. And I walked in the front door. Her mom was confined to a wheelchair most of the time. And she was like a mom to me. She adored me. And I walked in the front door because I got there before my friend did. And I walked right in and I looked at her and she saw blood all over I didn't even know I had blood on me. And I was like, just beat me up. Your daughter just beat me up. And she was like, what? And she made her other daughter go get her. She was like, you go down there and you get her now. She was like, where'd she go? I said, I don't know. I never turned around to look at her. And she got a rag. Her mother cleaned me up. And when my friend came in the door, her mom whipped her ass. Her mom whipped her ass. And she was like, did you touch Corey? Did you do this to your best friend? And she was like, yes, ma'am. She said, you get over here to me now. And she whipped her ass. But we patched it up after that because I was family. We were family. Her mom was like my second mom. But did she apologize to you once Michael turned white? She's the one I loaned my book to, and I never got back. My Dove book. No, she didn't. She didn't apologize because he turned white. But we got more mature and we looked at things like that, and we literally even then were like, yeah, we're not going to let that shit happen again. We're not going to let that get between us again. But when you grow up in one neighborhood, I appreciate that. My parents bought their home when I was 3, and that's where they lived until I had kids, and I had bought my home, so no, I bought my home right after they moved. But they still owned it, but they had moved because of my dad's job. And they rented it out. But I appreciate it because I'm older and I look back on it, that I grew up in one little area. My neighborhood was the same girls. And my neighborhood was all girls. There were 3 boys. All the rest girls. And we dominated. We absolutely dominated. The boys didn't even cross our path. If they saw us coming, they were like, boop, 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 boop. Carry your ass. But yeah, I've always wanted to do a stream where I could have some of my old friends on here so we could talk about old shit that happened when we were coming up, like sneaking out of the house and getting drunk and just, my God, the shenanigans. We were so much trouble. I had really good times. I really did. And I'm still friends with all of them, every one of them. We're all friends. The last time we all got together was when one of them, their daughter was having a baby shower for her first child. My God, that was, I'm going to say it was 2010. It's the last time we got together, and I made the drive out there. And no, I didn't make the drive. One of my friends made her new friend come get me. That's right. She was like, you're going to drive out there and get Corey. She was like, I don't have the gas. She said, I'm going to give you money for gas, but you're going to get Corey. So she drove out of state to come pick me up. But she was having a baby shower for her daughter. Her first grandchild was being born. And one of our other friends let us have it at her home. So she hosted it. And I saw all my friends that I hadn't seen in so many years. It was freaking awesome. But haters gonna hate. Can't you feel the love tonight? Oh yeah, absolutely. But I'm overdue to get back with my bitches again. It's been a while. It's been a long while. I can tell you right now, not one single girl I grew up with was a punk. Mm-mm. If you challenged her to a fight, she was in the front row waiting for you before you even got there. If you called her on the phone and said, I'm going to fight you, by the time you hung your phone up, she was knocking on your door. What you waiting for? That's just the way I grew up, you know? And of course, there was the mall trips and getting ready for 2 hours before we went to the mall, doing hair and makeup. There was the summer ET came out. Me and my friend, I've known since I was 4, we went and saw that movie. What was that, 1982, 81? I can't remember. We went and saw that movie 30 or 40 times, not even kidding. And my kindergarten teacher, she's the most beautiful redhead I've ever seen. Her name was Mrs. Hartley, and her summer job was working at the movie theater. So we saw her every time we went. And she remembered me from freaking kindergarten. I was like, no, first grade. Hollywood Care Bear, has Corey ever put you on the ground? There's been a couple of times he was worried that I might. Be honest, Will. Making me want to drink before bed. Will lives here. He knows me. He knows what I do online. He knows what I'm capable of, and he knows the kind of person that I am. And sure, and I trust him completely because he knows me. You can't live with somebody like that and not know them. You know, he knows me. It's funny. Whoever thought that Skiwi would offer me the most engaging conversation in ear in a long time? It's very strange. It is backwards world. This is the Twilight Zone. Imagine a world where Skiwi is enjoyable and not trolling. You've entered the Twilight Zone. Blame the coronavirus. No, I think I know who you are. I'm not sure, but I have a funny feeling. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. Don't even bother because you know I'm not going to say. Not going to say. Come on, kitty. You caught me. I'm John. No, you're definitely not Jimmy Rants. You are most definitely not Jimmy. 110% you are not Jimmy. Kitty, I'm so dead serious. You're going to make me click the mouse again. I'm so excited. Lily again. She tell me what? Lily says, Corey, give me some meal ideas. I've been ordering takeout and pick up too much. Oh, I'm going to start recording because I make a lot of good stuff that, people don't usually think of. And I make different variations of things. So I'm just going to start recording what I make. I wanted to wait until we got the kitchen completely done and the lighting, the correct lighting, because Doug was going to design it, and he still is, design it all based around videos where we could put our clamps for the camera, the lighting and everything. We were going to set it up so the island would be an awesome prep area with the perfect lighting, the camera set up, everything. But it's going to be a while. If we want it right, it's going to take time because we're doing it out of pocket as we go. So for now, I'm just going to start doing videos. That's a good looking cat. Cat videos really get the views. Yeah. Her name is Goddess Ileana. She's a beauty queen. She's like a gray tuxedo. There's no such thing, but like the black and white tuxedo cats, she's like a gray one. But I make this, I love enchiladas, and I was making them when I ate the fake meat all the time, when I didn't eat meat. Well, I make them now with meat because I eat meat. And I'm trying not to eat meat, but it's so good. It's easier once you detox, and I call it detox because meat's like a drug. But I haven't detoxed there. But I got sick of making the individual enchiladas. It takes a lot of time. So now I just do a layered enchilada bake. And I don't think I've done a video of that. I can check my channel, but I don't think I've done an enchilada bake. Don't you feel silly now wasting all that money on fake meat? Can't beat the real. No, I don't, because now that I'm eating meat, and I have been for over a year, I'm tired. I'm tired. My skin is not as healthy. Losing weight has been impossible. Like, at least when I wasn't eating meat, if I worked out, I could see the difference and I felt better. Now when I try to work out or walk more, my muscles feel catatonic. My muscles feel like they're going, stop. It's just something about eating meat that just my body hates. But it's so good. My mouth loves. So, Hollywood, I'm weird with chicken, especially now. I'm in California. Most places I frequent won't serve it right now. And well, don't blame all that on the meat. That's the drama keeping you down. No. Honestly, I'm talking for like a year now. This has been just the skin, the everything. I'm getting breakouts at 49 years old that I really wasn't getting as severely before. When I stopped eating meat, I noticed it. Bam, it was awesome. Started eating meat again, bam, we're going right back to the same issue. So I know I need to stop. I know I need to stop. Italian restaurant won't serve chicken, mussels, etc. Really? Yeah, it is good. But I'm going to get off the meat. I'm not going to push it right now. But I'm going to get off the meat. I am. Even though I was the fattest vegetarian everyone had ever seen, there's no denying that. I've always said that. It just shows you that going vegetarian does not make you lose weight. I lost a little bit of weight at the beginning, but it did make it easier if I really put in the effort. It really did make it easier, but because right now I just, and the older I get, the harder it's going to get. I'm okay with being big. I just really know it's not healthy. I know it's not healthy on my legs. It's not healthy on my knees. It's not going to be healthy when I'm older and I need assistance. It's going to be bad. So, yeah, I'm going to get off the meat. Stop. But yeah, don't remember what we were talking about. Oh, the videos for food. So I do an enchilada bake where I just layer everything, and then you cut your slices out like pie. You cut your slices out like pie, and you eat it like that. And you can always add more sauce to it if you want. The enchilada sauce, you make it with the sauce. If it's too dry, you just add more sauce. And Will, you like my enchiladas, right? Don't you like my enchiladas? You better fucking like my enchiladas. I ain't playing with you. I'm trying to put a few pounds on. Don't like my face thin like this. It's aging. And I'm deceptively built. Like, you can tell I'm broad. This is not a secret. I am who I am. My face, my neck. But from the waist down, stop. I need to put like blinkers on my ass when I'm walking around the house with Will in the room, because Will's a big dude. I've got a big butt, and we're constantly in each other's way. And I'm like, if you would quit standing in the smallest section of the freaking walkway, then I wouldn't run into your ass. And he's like, well, I'm trying to open the freezer. I'm like, well, open the fucking freezer when you got a minute, because I'm trying to come through. Me, I'm 49. I will be 50 years old November 26th. And I'm not trying to put on a few pounds. I'm also not trying to take any off just yet, but I'm going to try. I'm going to start trying soon. I just need more organization in my kitchen. My kitchen's so disorganized. I know when I get into my weight loss routine, I get into my weight loss routine. And if it's not organized, I don't follow through. I'll just admit it. I just don't follow through. Are you designing the kitchen based on the size of y'all's butts? The kitchen's very roomy. It's very big. Did you see the video I did where I showed where Doug built the wall? I designed the wall where I wanted it and then told him to put the little, it's going to look amazing. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Oh, well, girl, you look, do I? Do you think I look good for 50? I'll be 50 in November. Thank you. I don't care if I look my age. The difference is, I just don't want to look unhealthy. If you look unhealthy, you tend to be unhealthy. There's a reason for it, So I treat myself better and then I will look better. I never watch vids, but it did look like you had new cabinets. No, we didn't get any cabinets yet. We got, somebody gave us some cabinets. I don't know that they're going to work here. We got a spice cabinet, which is working fine. That thing's awesome. I looked it up online and it's like over $300 here. And it's like close to $700 if you buy it in Canada. And this cabinet is awesome. It just, if the pattern doesn't match, you can't use it. For now, temporarily, it's fine. It's fine. If we have to change the face of it, then we will. But that whole slide out thing with the spice racks in it, when you pull it out, we're keeping that. We can change the face of it if we need to. I'm working day shift tomorrow. Don't like it. I'm excited that when it's all mostly done and we tally up what we've spent total for the repairs and the renovations, I'm going to do a video on all of that. You can live a minimalist life and you can make a home without going into debt. That's all I don't want to go into debt. I do not want to be in debt. We're finally getting all of our credit shit paid off. Doug's credit score is blossoming. We're at that stage where we just need to make it right. We need to make it right. Like our car payments are marked on time every time. And it's looking really good. By next year, when we're ready to buy land, we are actually going to be able to finance land and not pay an arm and a leg on interest. So that's our goal, is to be able to have options. If we find one for cash and we've got the money, definitely. But if we don't and we find one that we might put a chunk down and then finance a small amount, then we'll be able to do it. Where's Mallory, my girl? I don't know. I don't know where Mallory is. She cracks me up, man. She's so funny. You need a drink? So go get a drink. I ain't your motherfucking barmaid. I ain't your wench. Me too. You going to get Wayne to co-sign for you? No. Why would I do that? Oh. We've never had a co-signer on any home we've ever bought. Ever. And we're not going to. We are not the burden of others. And things happen, things happen in life. And if you get injured on the job and you lose most of your income or all of it, and then you fall behind, then you're going to be a burden on the people that co-sign for you. I don't want to do that to my son. I don't want to do that to anybody. Wayne he's a baller. I hate to tell you. No, I love to tell you. Wayne's doing quite nicely. I got bragging rights. That's my boy. He is who he is. Like he says, I am who I am because you raised me. This is what you raised. So I appreciate you. And like he's doing exactly what I told him to do. Go out in the world and be awesome. Make a life for yourself and go for it, and don't regret if you fail. Don't I used to tell him all the time, don't be afraid to go for it out of fear that you might not make it. How will you know if you don't go for it? Just fucking do it. No one's going to hold you accountable or judge you. I mean, not that he's these folks, but look at how many times Firestone failed. Look how many times Benjamin Franklin tried to invent something and it didn't work, and he just kept trying. So those are the bigger issues, but like the bigger ideas. But even in life, you've got to take chances, and he did. That cat is really loud. She's in the hallway, and it's echoey. I have a voicemail. I'm going to mute you guys so that I can see what this is. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I think that's it. Who's Tom? Tom Bodette? Because he left the light on for me. It wasn't Shane. I have have a nubby chin. I got it from my daddy. He's got a nubby chin. Yes, Pounder is still alive. Oh, Lily? That cat was around long before him. Red-headed kid that lived in his van. A redheaded kid, or you mean like a redheaded, just a guy, a person, or an actual like young guy? You're talking about coats. I'll be right back. Could you visualize? Just say no. Tell me no. Fine. All you gotta do is tell me no. I just need a few cubes. That's all. Just a couple. Don't dump that out. Just put a couple of cubes in there. Oh, Troy. I haven't talked to Troy in a while. I don't know. I'm sure he's fine. I haven't talked to him in a while. I'm unmuted, right? You can hear me. Yeah, everything's unmuted. Okay. So I'm so excited. I'm excited. Ozark. Oh my God. Season 3 of Ozark. Did you spit in this? Because I'll fucking kill you. You're smiling. Did you spit in it? William?
I don't believe what you want.
Did you spit in it? No.
You would see a spit trail right here if I did it.
That is not true. I wouldn't automatically see a spit trail. You're a whore. that is Care Bear, and he hasn't gotten his apartment yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't moved out yet. Yeah, he hasn't moved out yet. But
Next week,
hopefully, he's crossing his fingers because this coronavirus crap changed everything. Everything. Oh God. I was like, freak. But yeah, and you know what? He's never been my babysitter. That's not why he moved in here. But it was certainly convenient. How many times have you watched the boys? What, 3 times? And except for the 2 times you took them because you wanted to take them somewheres. That's not a babysitter.
Too big to share their itty bitty bed.
Yeah, he doesn't share a bed
I got a
with
king
us.
size bed to myself.
He's got a king size bed. He's got a bigger bed than me and Doug, all by himself.
I'm a fat ass. I need a big bed.
I'm a fat ass and I need a big bed, but you know what? My money's better spent.
Shit, $80 was good.
Yeah, but he got a good deal. And that house, God, that house that we went to get it from, oh my God. That house was sweet. It had a glass wall that looked out over the river.
It was a U-shaped house.
What was the river? What was the river?
It was a lake. I don't think it was a river.
And no, there ain't no lakes here.
Or a little pond.
I mean, there are lakes. No, that was a river. That was, I can't remember which, Ortega River, I think. I think it was the Ortega, but I'm not sure. And the house was like in a U shape, the actual living area, 2 floors. But on the bottom floor, because when you enter the front door, you're on the 2nd floor.
You think you're on the main floor.
You think you're on the main floor. Well, it is the main floor, but then there's a bottom floor down the stairs, and it goes down to an indoor pool. And the woman was super cool, and I was like, can we have a look?
Shit,
she took us around and let us look at the whole house. Huh?
She would have let me take more if I could.
And they were getting ready to move. They got another place, and they were renting that one out.
Actually, we did. We got the chair.
Yeah, we got the chair. Yeah, well, I had to. Jill ruined it. But anyway, so from the bedroom where we went and got the bed, was it you that said, don't look? I was talking to the chick, and Will went, Corey, don't turn around and don't look. And I, of course, was like, huh? And I turned and looked, and there was an entire wall. See, I had already looked out. The first thing I saw was the view from the bedroom wall that looked outside, which was nothing but glass. And it looked out onto the river and the sloped lawn. And I was like, oh my God, waking up to this every day? How are you moving? Well, then she told us why she moved, or she was moving. But anyway, sounds like someone's party pad. Imagine how many people had sex in that bed. No, she was like our age. She was my age. She was, huh?
She was white collar.
Very white collar. Yeah, very upscale people. And when he said, Corey, don't turn around and do not look, I, of course, turned around and looked and was like, oh, the other wall. So here you have the wall that looks out onto the river. There's another wall right here that looks into the middle of the U shape of the home, straight down to the bottom floor at the indoor in-ground pool. The whole wall of the indoor in-ground pool that looked straight out to the river was all glass. And I was like, you're kidding me. And she was like, yeah, it's... But then she was like, I was like, why would you leave this beautiful home? And she looked flustered. And she said, because the old lady next door, sweet as can be, her daughter got out of prison and decided to bring all of her prison buddies as they got out, all of her drug friends. They've taken over the house. How many years? She said been going for about 2 years. They had called wellness checks on her because they quit seeing her. They kept her doped up so she'd stay asleep, and they kept waking her up and getting her roused up every time she got a check just to wheel her out there and take her to the bank. And we rode by that house, and it was awful. They had cardboard in the windows. There was shit all over the lawn. There was grass built up. They had destroyed that house.
Somebody ran from the cops.
Yeah, she said somebody had actually, the cops came to serve a warrant there many times, but this one particular time, she said, this one particular time that they came and served the warrant, somebody ran from there through the backyard to her backyard, came in her home, and because from the bedroom where you could look down at the pool, if you look directly across to the other half of the home.
On the bottom.
No, it was at the top.
No, it was at the bottom. He broke into the pool area.
The office. She said he was up in the office.
No, he broke into the pool area because he busted the window.
Oh, well, he ended up in her home and hiding. She said, and the cops had to come in and get him. He busted in and was hiding from the police in her home. And she said, so basically, I'm getting really sick of sleeping with a gun beside my bed every night. And I was like, whoa, I do not blame you. So she said they had called an elder abuse hotline. They had called adult wellness check. Shit, the city of Jacksonville would do nothing. I said, you need to call the news. She said, we did. They won't even mess with it. But I thought that was sad. That was really, it made me mad. Me and Will stopped and got quiet, and we both looked at each other, and I went, that makes me mad. Will said, that's pissing me off too. I was like, this is pissing me off, man. That poor lady. They said there were like 10 people staying over there, and kids. Some of them were little kids. But
and Skewy, no, there were no bed bugs. Trust and believe.
I didn't see that.
No, did I.
No, she was just moving, and it was massive. She said that she didn't want to have to move it. She was like, we're sick of moving, and I don't want to move anything else. I don't have to. She said, this thing is huge. So
it's fucking huge.
it was big. So yeah, it was a nice house. I said, shit, man. I said, if I could afford it, I'd get it for sure, because I'd run them fuckers out of there. You ain't. Me and him were like, they ain't coming up in this crib.
Get the top half, I get the bottom half.
We're straight, man. You take one, I take the other one. We community pool. You come up in here, you ain't going out on your feet. I can promise you that. And you're gonna leave a trail of red behind you.
I don't know where it's gonna come from. But
this house was really. Do you remember the address? Because I pointed it out.
No.
Do you remember the road?
No.
You don't?
I can probably pull it up on Facebook.
The address was 214. Remember Valentine's Day? Because I mentioned it, and she went, all the years I've lived here, and I never called onto that. 214. I said, I've got this weird thing with numbers. I have a great association with numbers. And I have a way of associating numbers to dates and special events in my life. I don't know why. My brain works on numbers. I don't know why. That's like my alphabets have relations with like a relationship with other alphabets. I'm not even going to get into that. It's just the way that I learned when I was a kid, and I don't know why. It was weird. But I could tell it to you. I've done it before. I could tell it to you, and it'd be the same every time. Look. I said he's a freak. Okay. I could tell you the relationship between the numbers and the alphabets. And if you ask me a month from now, it would be the same relationship between the numbers and alphabets. Like all the numbers have a personality.
We don't remember, Steve.
We can't remember. I cannot remember, but I remember looking up as we were talking to her out front, and I looked at the address and I went 214 Valentine's Day. And she went, I've lived here all these years and I never even made that connection. I said, I've got a weird thing with numbers. It's just how I remember. I still remember the license plate of the car that hit my dog, Mick, when I was 18. Yep. Early 1989, and that car hit my dog. It was a city vehicle. It was a white 4-door mid-size car, and it had the city license plate where it had the diamond in the middle. In Virginia, that's the city plate. It was a white plate with a diamond in the middle back then, and it was 11 and then the diamond and then 098. I will never forget that. That bastard hit my dog, but he lived. We took him to the vet. My daddy, got him taken care of, broke his legs. A German shepherd named Michelob.
Yes, he was blonde.
He was a German shepherd, a black one. Black one with the brown trim. My sister's dog, but she kind of passed him on to me. 214 River Hills Drive. Does that sound right? Let me Google it. If it is, then you'll be able, because she doesn't live there anymore. She that's why he got the deal that he got, because she was about to move out. Let me see, 214. You know, it may that. Let me see. Let's go have a look on maps. Let's go to maps.
Oh, there's Zillow right there. Go back.
Wait a minute. We gotta.
I know. So do the Zillow one.
The Zillow one.
Because then we can see the inside.
Not if they don't have pictures. If it ain't for sale, she was renting it.
But
I'll know it when I see the front of it. I'll never forget that. And that horrible house next door to it. That's it. That's the house.
There's pictures.
There it is. There's pictures.
Skewy, you're a creeper.
See, Skewy, look. This house is awesome. I kid you not. This house was amazing. Go on a street view and look at the house next door to it. There it is. This house was so beautiful. Is it not what I described? Because I'm not a liar.
And the bedroom had a built-in too.
See, that's the office on the other side of that pool. That's the office in the second floor right there. She had a desk right there. Look at the spiral staircase. Fucking. Oh, she fixed up there. Look, it's fixed. Remember, it was kind of like water, had the water rot. She fixed it. It's fixed.
It's up for sale.
Yep. That is a beautiful house. I wanted to go into that kitchen so bad, but I didn't want to be rude. And she was showing us the rooms and stuff.
But there's the room.
That's the office, and on the other side, that's the bedroom. Yeah. I just remembered it being a whole glass wall. I guess it was just that window.
That's because when you walk in, that one was
big.
Yeah,
you're so you're overwhelmed.
But that window is big.
It is.
It just looks small in the picture.
That house
is. You know that.
Flipping amazing. That's where you got the bed from. Yep. Oh. I just remembered it being a full glass wall, and it's not.
No, we just got mesmerized.
I think we were just mesmerized by the view. It's an amazing view. Yeah. See, there it is. There's the one looking to the pool, and there's the one looking out at the river. I think it's the Ortega. I do believe. It should say it in the description. Yeah. God, look at that. Look, the bedrooms open up to the pool. Oh my! See, we didn't get to go look in the downstairs.
That's the view.
That's the view that I got, and I took pictures of it. And I was like, "Do you mind if I take pictures?" She said, "Not at all." And I had to show Doug. I was like, "Doug, you're never going to believe this house." I would have loved to have rented that. I said, "What do you rent something like this for?" She said, $1,400 a month. I went, "Yeah, you can keep it." That's way out of my. That's half of what I paid for my single wide. I was like, yeah, she was really funny though. She was cool. She was really cool. Talked for a long time.
I don't even remember how many bedrooms I had.
Look at that. That's the bedroom up there, and right down here.
It's the sitting
that's
room.
Yes. Oh
pretty
my God.
Patio, almost.
This place is heaven.
Oh.
There's the lawn, that sloping lawn. Look at the deck on the pier. Oh my God. I fell in love with this house. I was like, fuck that bed.
Was it?
I don't know. Hold on a minute. Let me see if they tell if it's the Ortega River or not. 375,000, 4-bedroom, 4-bath, almost 4,000 square foot. See, they don't even mention the junkies next door.
Of course they're not.
They're not going to tell you that.
0.44
acres. That's a big lot for Jacksonville. That is a big lot.
Several of those houses had that stuff, though.
That's a big lot for Jacksonville. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's good size. Let me see. Does it tell you overlooking the blank river?
The other half.
Right here. No, that's just your images. Right here's all your info.
Well, because it looks like there's a lot.
There's pictures. See?
Pictures?
Yeah. I'm just trying to find wonderful
Facts
river
and
views. Facts and features. Yeah,
Nope.
It's just that. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you. So let me go look, see what Skiwi's saying. Pottsburg Creek. Yeah, there are tons of bridges, rivers, and water outlets and inlets all over. It was priced from 2008 R sale at $750,000. That's what it sold for in 2008.
That's what they bought it for.
They really took a loss on that.
It took a bad loss.
Well, I mean, look at
And they
the
put money
house
into
next
it,
door.
You gotta go back to Google.
Oh shit! I'll just go backwards.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. That house next door, you know it's on the street view. You know it is. You'll be able to see it. That place is awful. I was like, go back. He was like, I forgot. I was like, turn around.
Maps.
It's like, I want to see that house. I want to see what they've done to this house. Because she said they've destroyed that house. They have just ruined it. And for it to be in the location that it's at, that was heartbreaking. I mean, that house is maybe worth 110 grand, and strictly because of where it's at, because of the water view.
Too far.
There it is, right there. Wait a minute.
Come back.
Let me see.
You're going way too.
Where's she at?
That way. Keep going. Keep going.
Is that her? No. You sure that ain't her? Nope. That's not her. Hold on.
You're going away from it now. That's what it's saying.
There it is. That is the house that we went to.
Yeah.
So the junkie house is. Look at the cardboard.
Zoom in.
It actually looks good in this image. When is this one from? Maybe they got him out.
2019.
Nope, the cardboard is still in. They made him cut the grass. The city stud made him clean it up some. That did not look that good.
Look that house up on Zillow.
Well, it'll still have an old value because they haven't had it revalued. You don't get no inside photos of this. You don't.
Zillow?
It's a junkie house. They're not going to let you have inside views of a junkie house.
Well,
to see the cardboard in the windows, just like I said. Just like I said, look right there. She said that they had already gutted all of the it was priced that way, but I don't think it's sold. Not sure. I just glanced. She said they had already ripped all the copper out of her ACs and everything, and they lived there. And then they were getting all her prescriptions that they could get, tweaked off of, and they were taking them.
They needed to keep her drugs.
And right, she said, I don't know how she's still alive. One of her friends works at the doctor's office.
Pick or something in her pick line.
She had a pick line. She had a pick line that was supposed to be in for 2 weeks. What'd she say?
3+ months.
3+ months. One of her friends works at the doctor's office where she had it all done and had to have it removed. Well, I mean, they did it at a hospital, but she said she asked her when she saw her one day. She was like, "Hey, have you seen Miss So-and-so?" She said, "We haven't seen her in a while," and she had a pick line. And those pick lines get infected really easily. How that woman was still alive is beyond me. 3 months with a pick line that hadn't been flushed, cleaned.
Sterilized.
Yeah.
Changed out.
Exactly. Because we had to go over all of that, even just as a med tech. Even though I wasn't going to be doing it, I was in the same class where they were evaluating all that for the ones who were in the same class as me. And I remember them talking about the flushing, the cleaning, the replacement. Pick lines have to be replaced. If you need a pick line for a long period of time, you have to get a new one put in pretty often. I don't remember the exact time frame. It's often
6 weeks or so.
But whatever it was, I'm not even going to guesstimate because I really don't remember. But 3+ months?
It was months.
And I was like, that's insane. That woman should be dead. There's no way she's not ate it with infection. But
Or lost a limb.
right. But it's just sad. Just a sad thing that I think me and Will always recall that story when we just went to get that stupid bed. What?
That bed ain't stupid.
Bitch, I am not messing with you right now.
That motherfucker.
Here, take Ileana.
I do. The bitch don't want
You make me need alcohol.
Shit, that bed sits like.
Guess what? Do you watch Ozark? Why'd you say it like that? You were like, no, there's no gay sex scenes.
Whatever.
Why would I watch that?
I told you I'm in the middle of criminal minds.
Whatever, bitch. You're always in the middle of something that's stupid. But yeah, Will works out here just nicely because he puts up with my shit. And I can dish out some shit. I made sure that he knew when he moved in, okay, rules of the house. I'm the queen. That is all. And Doug was like, yeah, pretty much. Now you know. Just do what she says, Will, okay? And nobody will get hurt. I'm not that bad. I can be bad, though. Don't you cut your eyes at me. You look at me side-eyed. Don't you do... Unmute this motherfucker. Boy, I'm going to come at you. I swear to God, if you spit in this ice, I'm going to know about it. Because I'm a witch. I'm going to conjure up some knowledge.
You're just going to get a magical rainbow over your head.
Oh my God, I'm going to be gay. He spit in my drink. I'm going to get a magical rainbow over my head. I'm going to be all sassy and I'm going to be like, where's Kipper? I've been looking for you, Kipper. Candace, can I babysit Kipper for a while?
No, your testicles are just going to drop.
My chesticles will drop. They already did.
Lower than they are now.
Shut up.
Why are you moving your stuff, Skewy?
That's funny. I want to see this house. Yeah, this has been a fun chat, Skiwee. See how enjoyable you can be?
Okay, creeper much.
77 years old. No, he does what I do. There's public information out there like crazy if you know what you're doing. I mean, there's just stuff out there you can just pull up, you know? Pull up, roll up, you know? I mean, it's there. And that's the name that I found when I looked that lady up that time. Because I wanted to see if she was alive. I wanted to Google for an obituary. I was like, I want to keep an eye on this. This one is going to end up dead. And then that bitch is going to inherit the house. And that's not real. That's not really good. That's horrible. But we had a chance to buy a house on Ribault. The river. It literally was on the river. But the problem was it needed a lot of work. Someone did buy it, though. I mean, it wasn't us that bought it, clearly. But I was glad somebody bought it because I knew in the condition it was in, the longer it sat, the worse it was going to get. And I hated to see a house like that just... And they had... Whoever had it before had done some mishmash, odd... It was just strange. It was strange what they had done with the house, and it was very bad. The colors and everything, and it had damage and water rot. I don't see Matronista. I'll see her if I go to this other one, to the, I don't see Matronista. For some reason, she's not visible, and I removed everything that, because for a while, you know, I had her blocked. But then I unblocked her everywhere. And I even had her name as a word that wasn't allowed, so she wouldn't show up. Corey, I want to tell you about the funniest thing I've seen on YouTube. Go look at Darren Knight. You will laugh your butt off. 12:40 a.m. Matronista. Can you see me, Corey? No, Matronista, go under your other name because I can't see you. And it's 1:42 here, so you're in your one time zone behind me. And Matronista, I went deep down, deep clean, and found everywhere that you were blocked, and I removed it. Oh, okay, that is you. Okay. You switched to your troll account. You just said your troll account. You do know that's going to come back to bite you one day, right?
We got pictures.
What's his name? Darren Knight. Let me go look. Girl. It takes a little bit to make me laugh. I like clever humor. I don't like mean humor. I like clever humor. I don't like big YouTubers either. This guy's a big YouTuber. He's got over 100,000 subs. Oh God, he is a hot mess to look at. Southern Mama. All right, I will look at him, but not right now. I want to enjoy you people first. It doesn't do you any good to remove your comments because I'm screen recording the whole time, dummy. Plus on, I'm not really screen recording, but I had thought about it. But then I remembered I didn't have to worry about it because it shows up on the StreamYards thing. See? It doesn't go away. It just stays there. Even if you delete it, it just stays there. My daughter told me that they got their shelter-in-place order today in Rocky Mount. Yep. I know I unblocked you too. He plays Southern Mama. When you said, don't cut your eyes at me, that is something he says. He was cutting your eyes at me. That's funny. He's freaking hilarious. He is from my neck of the woods. Just because you said neck of the woods, you know, that tells me a lot. Southern Mama. Girl, I was dancing tonight, making a damn fool of myself. And you know what Jack said? I was bumping him with my butt while I was dancing to that song, Bird Machine. If you haven't heard Bird Machine, you might want to go listen to Bird Machine. It's freaking awesome. It's trap music. And Jack stood up from the computer he was at, and he stood beside me and said, could you please stop hitting me with your butt? And I went, no. Boom. It's like, no, I cannot. Talk to me like that, boy. Boom. He acts like he's talking to his kids. There ain't no damn kids. It's so funny. Oh my God. You know who else does really funny with that, acting like they're talking to somebody that's there and there's nobody there, and it's really funny, is Kat Riley. She did one about anger management. Oh my God. I was not expecting the final outcome of that one. This was years ago, and it was flipping hilarious. It was, let me see if I can't find it. I hope it's still up. She's funny. She's fucking funny. Let me see. There it is. She reposted it. This is older, but she reposted it a month ago. I'm just going to post that here for y'all. Oh my God. She's funny. Remember when Jimmy Rance used to pretend he was talking to Nancy and there was nothing there but the wall? I don't remember. I think when he was saying he was talking to her, he was talking to her. I know a couple of times it was kind of obvious that she wasn't there, but he acts like he is talking. Oh, I already read that one. I have known of her for years, just recently started watching. Oh, really? Yeah, I met Kat Riley in summer 2015 and started going to her side chat. And yeah, always liked her. I have no reason to not like her. I've always liked her.
What's up, Alyssa?
Who?
Alyssa.
That's Matronista. Mm-hmm. That's because she's some reason I can't see her. I think you need to make sure that you don't have some kind of block thing going on, because I've literally removed every possible block from everywhere that it could ever be, and I still can't see you under your regular name. But Kat Riley, she's funny as hell. Look what I was getting ready to watch like 6 hours ago, and I just still have the page up. It's interesting. I don't want to lose it. I got a stupid video up that I was like, again, If I save it, you should see my list where I save stuff. It is so long. I've got one list that I use more than any of them, and it's the Puppet Guy video sharing for seniors. And every time he puts up one of those, I save it there.
She needs to talk to you about something.
Who?
Not yours.
This video that I saved that I have not dropped the tab because I'm dying to watch it is called Valuing Antique and Vintage Glassware. Vases, crystal, ruby red pitchers and bowls by Dr. Lori. Because I love watching stuff like that. I want to talk to you about something. Okay, talk to me. Like here or like openly? China's prohibit you from traveling. They started it here too. I've known about it for months. Everyone needs to be watching what they say. What do you mean? Watching what they say. Social score. So Nancy Drew just had an exclusive breaking news. Rory took those pics of Kat's place and she's Boyd News. That's not breaking news. Whatever gathers the sheep. Social score. LOL. Brad Silver Dog was a little paranoid. He's a bit of a he's one of those.
Ooh, oh.
What?
Are these people?
I don't know.
Someone lost pictures of their kids.
Yeah. And I can't bear to part with them. I just, they're not trash to somebody. I don't care. That was so 80s. So, like, I got a bunch of frames, really nice frames. I was being sarcastic, Corey. Oh, I know you were.
Yeah, that's one.
And I got this awesome book. The back is missing. Hold on, let me open this up. This is just typical me here. I value things that other people wouldn't. So I got this awesome book. See, you can put your pictures in. And this is the front of it. It's a nice metal frame, and you can put a picture there. Now, the cover is gone, so the picture would be exposed. But whoever put these frames out didn't even bother to take the pictures out of the book.
Picture of NSYNC at concert.
Yeah, it's an NSYNC concert. No, it ain't.
That's NSYNC.
That's not NSYNC, dude.
Let me see.
That's not fucking NSYNC. That's like some kind of like high school musical. That's High School Musical.
Lance Bass, Justin Timberlake, Joey Fatone, Chris,
Let
and
me
James
see.
Shazam.
Well, my eyes are bad. It is. So somebody,
That's an NSYNC
wow.
concert.
Okay, so somebody went to an NSYNC concert. And there's pictures of all these kids and family members.
Parties.
Yeah. But look, there's an NSYNC concert somebody went to. It sure is. I thought it was like High School Musical. But somebody forgot to take out their family photos as well. There's family pictures. See? They forgot there's like a bunch of them. And I just was like, I can't throw these away. What if I accidentally, or Doug accidentally, which would never happen, threw away pictures of the kids?
Nope.
I wouldn't want somebody to just throw them away like they're trash. I would want them to, and I have another whole story about how I did that for somebody and contacted their family and tried to return an entire photo album. Let me see. Why he singled you out makes me mad. Who singled me out for what? Then he's potty mouth. Oh, that video, yeah. Not even, who cares? Potty mouth is being tracked too. It is a social footprint everywhere. Well, she's safe. There's no family for her to affect. So there you go. I just wanted to say, Brad had good info about social score. I have thought about doing one myself, but to target only Corey was wrong. He's a troll. How can no one see that? He's been trolling he's been around since before me. It's not about do y'all really think he cares about my social score or that of the boys? Or if he cared about the boys, then he wouldn't support what's being done, putting in my info out there. Hey, Rub.
There was a bunch of pictures in the same spot.
Sorry if I spelled your name wrong. I have. Oh my God, is this a little love letter
I think
that was in there? Sorry if I spelled your name wrong. I hope you like your pictures. If you come to the Duval County activities, Jonathan will be there.
I can't read the name at the
I can't. They signed it with like a signature. Elena.
Let go.
I think it says Elena Clark. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
that's why I let go.
Put that back in there. That's all important. It matters, you know.
I was trying to find any.
Say hi to Rub.
Yo, Rob.
So they may have come from a lost storage unit. No, somebody had a yard sale like a year ago when I first got this place. Somebody had a yard sale and we didn't know about it because we had just gotten this place and just gotten the keys, and they had thrown out like a box full of fingernail polish, nice fingernail polish, not that cheap shit, and everything that they didn't. It was like a box with a Ziploc bag, 25 cents a bottle, $3 for the whole bag or some shit. And then they had a bunch of frames. They had a lamp. I mean, nice shit that they were moving because the place was empty when I found the stuff. And it was all boxed up nice and neat with the thing that said free. And since we were coming from the RV to this, we didn't have any picture frames and stuff like that. So I was like, well, we can use this. This is a lamp. This is good. These are picture frames. So they came from somebody's home, you know, like right here when they lived here in the park. But yeah, it makes me sad when I see remnants of someone's life. Yep. Yes. And I have a whole story about that when we went into in West Haven in Virginia, the neighborhood where Doug grew up. We saw the sheriff out in front of someone's home and it was getting dark out. And there were people standing around outside of their cars. So we stopped. We were like, what's going on? Because, well, we were walking. We were going for our evening walk after we ate. And the cop was like, oh, they've got an hour to show up to get their stuff, and then we have to haul it all out. So rather than haul it all out, we're going to let everybody just come in and get what they want.
That's
Easier. Yeah, well, they were going to haul it out either way.
I know.
So he said, we don't got the manpower right now to haul it all out. So I was like, well, that's sad. I hope they get here before you do that, you know, and they didn't. So me and Doug came back with the car and we thought you were going to go in and get stuff. But it wasn't until we crossed the threshold and saw people rummaging and plundering through kids' toys, and obviously unkept home. It was clearly disheveled, and my whole opinion changed. And Doug was picking up tools and looking at electronics, and I was looking at teddy bears and toys, and I got emotional. And I just was like, let's not take anything. And he said, are you crazy? He said, if I don't take it, somebody will. I went, I know, but don't be the one to take it. Imagine if it was us. Imagine if we were the ones and what little we had was just left for people to pillage through. And I got emotional. So he was like, all right, he put everything down. But then as we were leaving from the upstairs, I saw a photo album. And when I picked it up, underneath of it, there was a VHS tape. And it was in a box like you would put it in there and you would mail it off. And it had an address, it had a name. And I was like, I'm going to just take these. He said, well, why do you get to take those? I said, no one wants these. They're here to get stuff that they can put a dollar amount on. These are going to end up in the trash.
What the fuck?
I'm going to find who owns them. I'm going to return them. So, abandoned old homes. Oh, I love those. Those urban adventure type exploring. Yeah, that's really cool. It's always sad to see stuff like that, you know. But anyway, so I had this giant green photo album, and I think I still have it actually. It's in the RV stored underneath in the bay. This giant green photo album and that VHS. Well, I watched the VHS, and it was like a family, it was like a collaboration of family photos. Some of them were in the photo album, but some of them weren't. And you could tell who was whose son. I mean, they looked so much alike. Their look was so distinctive. And then some of the pictures, you could tell somebody was going through some like drug issues. They started getting the sunken cheeks, and it was like the whole photo album told a story. And there were Christmas pictures and just obvious family get-togethers. And I contacted a bunch of people, and this was before internet. This all happened before internet. Mag was a baby. She wasn't even 2. My oldest girl, who is now 29. And listen, just ignore it. I'm working hard to keep Corey focused here. I don't know what you're talking about. So where was I at? Oh, I contacted when the internet came out. I remembered that photo album, and I was like, this would be an ideal way for me to. And I was at my dad's at the time. I'd gone to visit my mom and dad out of state. You know, I didn't live in the same state as them at the time. So I was like, this is an ideal way for me to contact the people and return this to them. You know, and maybe they have duplicates. Maybe they don't care. But if they do, they'll have it. So you're doing it on purpose. Look, you're smiling. You're fucking doing it on purpose. It's not funny, bitch. So anyway, he has this twitch thing that he plays the drums on his leg, or he'll bounce his knee and make me want to punch him in the dick. William, you're doing it on purpose.
I'm not loud.
Anyway, so the next time I came, I made sure that I did not forget to grab that photo album and grab the VHS. So I would have it with me. So when I went through, I could look up these names and stuff because I didn't have internet at the time. It was all really new. And I found some of the people and I contacted them via email and I let them know that I had it, and they thanked me and said that I had to contact so-and-so. And it just went on this stupid chase until I finally was, you know what? These people don't even fucking care about it. I've been toting this shit around for like 6 years and I still have it. Madison's 29. I still have those things. I'm sure that they're in the RV, but I didn't get it back to them. They wouldn't give me an address to mail it to. And I was like, if you want, I can send it to a PO box. I mean, there's a lot of family photos in here. And they were like, well, what kind of pictures? I was like, there's like 40 pages and they're all full. And there's school pictures. There's girls with blonde hair and long, thin faces. And the name on the video was, and I told her the name, and they had a really unique name. It was like a Russian name or something. So they were nice. I just don't think they cared. So I still have it because now I care about it. It's terrible that I care more about that photo album than the people that were in the photo albums. Whatever. But that happened. Diane! Before I get over the story, I want to know why some people are so interested in your tatas.
Because they're fucking huge and they're orangutan titties.
That's what? Orangutans.
Do your tits hang low? Do they want
Bubble to and fro. Can you time in a knot? Can you time in a bow? Yes. No. But anyway, because I was a bad girl. I'm a bad guy. Duh. You were getting ready to play bad guy from William Eyelash. Billie Eilish. William Eyelash. I sent Jimmy Rance my titties. I sent it to Kipper too.
I don't remember it.
Yeah. I heard that I had sent it to multiple men. No, I didn't. I sent it to Jimmy Rance and Kipper.
Possibly.
No, Jimmy did. Kipper would have never done that, so it had to be Jimmy. And I guess they're slut shaming me. I told my daughter about it, and she went, "Ain't nobody slut shaming nobody in 2020, especially not somebody that runs state to suck dick." She was like, she said, "Girl, you need to turn that shit off." I said, "I already know. You ain't got to tell me." Hi, Donna.
2020.
Thank you. I had a good end to my day. I made some connections and things went well.
She got into her senses.
Yeah. And I got some muscle on my side, so it felt good. It took a huge weight off of me. My ass is still there, but I mean like an emotional weight to know that I had people on my side. I'm sorry. I did. I had people worried. I was worried. It's been really stressful the last month, traveling and worrying about Shane. And
you fuck with the kids, you get the horns.
Yeah.
You determine where they go.
Pretty much. But I just decided that I'm just going to handle this the correct way, because this is just going nowhere. This just keeps going and going and going, and it's just not going to stop. So I'm gonna do it the right way. Finally. Nice lady, Phil. Nice lady, Phil.
Breadsticks.
You want breadsticks? If you use that oven again, I'm gonna punch you in your dick. You do know this.
Realize I already have them ready.
Oh, well, give me one.
Fuck you. I'm gonna make another drink.
You sure do have some muscle. It's a done deal. Oh, Lily, if you only knew. I cannot say anything. I am not even interested in sharing right now, because I literally can't trust anybody on the internet. Honestly, people that I thought I could trust, I absolutely couldn't trust. So I'm not telling anybody shit. I'm keeping it right to my damn self and let it just happen how it happens. I'm going to see how many people are laughing when it's all said and done. Who's laughing? Yep, keeping it zipped. I'm feeling way better is all. I don't have any worries at all. I'm so focused now. Like, I'm taking my night chill, and then Skiwee tells me that Ozark's back on Netflix. I mean, could he have put a cherry on top of my day anymore? That was fantastic that he tells me that. And then, like, I miss my clip. I need my clip. And I don't have my clip. But anyway, well, damn, shoot, fire, heck, I want to know. Oh, I'll tell you. You know I 100% trust you, Diane. We broke bread together, girl. I trust you. We'll talk. And as things progress, I'll update you if you want to know. But I've known Diane since girl, you remember Kipper? Diane, you remember Kipper? Kipper messaged me while I was still out. I hadn't gotten home from downtown. She was like, oh, I commented on your video and I just want to let you know. And she starts talking to me. We're talking back and forth. And I was just like, God, I love her. I love her so much. She was right there. She was like, I got you, girl. You know, I got you, boo-boo. I was like, I know you do. I know you do. She said, I've been around too long watching this shit. It's silly. It's ridiculous. I said, yep. Who you telling? But not just Kipper, but other people that just would choose to not be a target. So they've chosen to remain unnamed, and I'm going to respect that. But oh yes, we did, as you did with someone that talked about your tatas, but they failed to talk about their tiny. Diane, come on. No, not really. But because, see, Donna, we're really not on quarantine. Kipper is more than cool. It's like she says, connections are good. She's like, and the connections are on your side, and that's all you need to worry about. And I was like, yeah. I always knew I had connections with her. But not on quarantine, really. We're not, there's no shelter in place order that I've heard at all yet. But I haven't been going out much because of this, and I've got the boys, so I would prefer not to take my boys out into this mess. So, and why would I risk it, you know?
Especially while I'm working with them.
And he works in it, so when he comes home, I'm like, we have a spray station at the entrance, and he has to, like, he's in some type of a clean room at a pharmaceutical plant. Remember Doug telling you about the clean rooms when he worked at the pharmaceutical plant? So I'm like, we need to set one up here because Will's out there working with all the germs. But it's not what you know, it's who you know. Exactly. Because who you know knows what you need them to know. So
where you live, Donna?
Well, if you don't want to tell where you live, Donna, that's fine. But if you do, then that's cool too. Like general idea, state or whatever. If you don't want to say, then that's fine. You know, I understand completely. We're on lockdown for 2 weeks. Essential business only. Police will pull you over. See, forgot what's saying. Oh, I haven't been going out for those. You know, the reasons of I've got the boys and I don't want them exposed. Isn't that where you're from? So what was I saying? So when I went out today, I had to run into the Family Dollar real quick, and Doug and the boys obviously waited in the car, and I ran in just because I haven't been going out, and I wanted to go in. And you don't want it?
If you want it, take it.
Do you want it? You eat it.
Take it if you want it.
Oh, it's so hot.
I nuked them. Those Ohio fucking sucks.
And I forgot about the social distancing. I haven't been going out. And I've heard it so much that it's just a topic at this point. And I really didn't think much of it. I just keep hearing it. And
if that's your way to offer your services, no, I'm good.
Have you taken Will's temperature
lately? Rectally is the most accurate way to say it, they say.
He's 30. I ain't touching his butthole. Saw the National Guard coming in, waiting and wondering when and if martial law will activate.
Let me put it this way. My company's still open, so when they shut down, then you got to worry.
Yeah. Where he works at. So Ohio. I call Ohio Wahia. You ever been to Wahia? So anyway, I'm walking in the door of the Family Dollar, and this lady's walking out. And she backs up all the way into the store, and I was like, rude. And then it dawned on me when I walked in and saw everybody walking so far apart. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Social distancing. I haven't been going out this whole week. And the lady was like, it's fine. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I just haven't been going out. Do what?
You self-quarantined.
Right. And I was like, I've been staying in like they say to do whenever you need to. And I had, and it just, I said, and here I am coming outside and like, hey, how you doing? Shaking your hand. What? And they were laughing. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm absent-minded.
Oh, the new thing is the ball shake.
The ball shake? What does that mean? You shake someone's balls? Maybe if you're gay.
No, I've seen a video. Dude wants to shake hands. He's like, What
does that say? Oaxaca? Oaxaca? What
are you saying, Skewing? English, man. That might be the town he's from. Probably one of those BFE towns.
And I'm glad that they did this in sections. If they tried to do a full federal nationwide like lockdown, you'd have had a social uprising.
Oh, Oaxaca.
They had to wean people into this. Totally understandable. Some states are doing it town by town. Some places are doing it state by state.
Like California.
Right. And it's better.
Makes me glad I'm not
Even
there.
though your end result's the same, you're going to end up with a full state lockdown, basically isolation for yourself. If they did it overwhelmingly, sweepingly across the globe or across the whole United States, you'd have rednecks freaking out and loading guns all over the place. I mean, the end result is still the fucking same, but and for good reason. But now they're talking about taking our rights away and shit and being able to jail people indefinitely. Yeah. I don't know if they finally did it, but that's what they were talking about. The Justice Department wanted, what's his name? What's that dude's name? The Attorney General? Yeah, he wanted to pass a law that you could jail someone indefinitely. It was like, whoa, calm down, motherfucker. It's just an extreme flu is what we're dealing with. You ain't arresting shit.
I did that the other day to somebody down.
I got a dirty look from a neighbor walking with her baby. I was taking the trash out, and she was at least 30 feet away. People are weird. Oaxaca. Oh, Oaxaca. Okay, I see what... That's a weird name. Oaxaca.
No, there was a guy that came in, had a face mask behind his neck. So we were talking about it after we noticed, and then we made it apparent to him that we were talking. He's like, oh yeah, I do it when people cough and blah blah blah. So I just happened to wait until he was done, and I went he's like, oh my god,
you called me, gave me freaking Corona, you asshole.
I drank Corona earlier, so you've been at it.
I know, he drank Corona beer. He drank Corona right in front of that damn disease just so it would see what he's capable of.
I love that Hispanic shit, even though it's from China.
So is Corona, from what I hear. People are so stupid. That's the China virus. What?
It's not racist. It's not racist.
I'm sorry, but that virus is non-biased.
That virus was man-made.
It will. Shut the hell up. And it may have been, but that don't mean shit. And it's all speculation. Closed down a handful of Kaiser Permanente facilities here a few hours ago. William Barr, yes, he was trying to enforce a law where they could jail people indefinitely, and I was like, whoa, they're nipping away. Don't let them do it. Don't, because they're going to keep nipping, and before you know it, those rights that everyone was so scared they were going to lose, they're going to lose them. They don't need to do that shit. Do you feel that Will is sitting too close to you? No.
Well, considering Skiway, I take extra
the social distance guidelines.
I use a shit ton.
And you both have your hands near your mouth because we're eating finger food, huh?
And even if we weren't sitting this close, considering we live within the same building,
yeah, I was dancing all around him.
Has it, everybody's gonna get it in a matter of hours.
I was booty dancing with him, and he was like, "Get away from me!" I was like, "No, girl, get down, take it low." And he was like, "Get away from me."
But see, that's the shitty part. Lily pad, because if you are an essential person, if you work in any kind of retail business that has even just a little bit of food in it, you are considered essential, which means anybody that is shut down, we don't get a break. We still have to work in it.
Look, The Stand by Stephen King is a great documentary it could be, but The Stand, I recommend you watch a 3-part series, because the book,
bigger than it.
The book is like 4 or 5 of these thick. That was one hell of a book. Maybe it was a good book, but Jesus Christ, I got muscles from reading it, holding it up. It was
Oh yeah, no, I know about LA Lily Pad. My mom lives there, but they're not completely
General in New Jersey
out.
Wears a turban and is Muslim, so I don't care. Most of our retail and malls are closed. Oh yeah.
Where do you see that?
Lily Pad.
Oh.
I watched the miniseries recently. Even the miniseries was way too long. Yeah, but I've read a lot of his books that were turned into films. I read Gerald's Game. What? She got bit. That was bleeding when they first fought.
Oh Oh yeah, no.
I read Gerald's Game. That was so creepy, awesome. The book before the film, and when I watched the film, I was like, yeah, the book was better. It just was. And then I read, oh God, the one with Duddits, the guy with the Down syndrome. Duddits he said his name was Douglas, but he said his name was Duddits. Was that Dreamcatcher? And it had the beeve.
Alien movie.
Yeah, and it had the beeve, Beaver, the guy with the obsession with the toothpicks, and yeah, a guy named Carl, I believe. The characters, that was good. That was way good. But the film was awesome until they got to the ending, and I looked at Doug and went, "That's not the ending." He was like, "Yes, it is." I'm like, "No, it's not. The ending in the book is the real ending. This is secondary. This is not the ending." I went to the doc last week. Stop, kitty. Seriously, she's gonna step on the keyboard. I went to the doc last week. They wouldn't let you in without doing a temperature check on your forehead. If you're sick and you need to go to the doctor, shouldn't you be allowed in?
Not if you got the corona.
Well, then how are you going to get well? I had a sniffle because of allergies. They about had a heart attack. I get it, though. Very scary. When they won't let you into a doctor's office for a medical problem because you have a medical problem, we are getting into some very shaky territory, people.
Well, considering it's a very serious disease,
then they need to be at the doctor.
Well, no, I get that, but they also have to take precautions for their older patients that are in the building.
Right. Well, then
that's why they're doing that. They're making sure that if there's any older patients in the building.
You don't know that. You're assuming it. Just say you're assuming.
I'm just saying.
Okay, you don't know it. Don't say it like it's a fact.
They don't want to risk their older patients or super young patients.
Everyone should get medical care.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing with that. Everybody should get medical care.
Right, but they're not doing that. If they're turning people away because they have a fever, it's like, yeah, why else would I be here unless I'm fucking sick? I remember that movie, Dreamcatcher. It was a good movie.
Wait, and wasn't that the one in Alaska or Antarctica or some shit? Dreamcatcher?
Yeah. What is the
little
one?
Dogs and the alien? Okay.
Yep. What is the one?
What the fuck?
Where everything tasted bland. The Langoliers. What an amazing book. The Langoliers, dude. You need to read The Langoliers.
The came to mind of that was
the doctor treats people with that. They went in the air. I can't remember all the details, but when they came down, when they landed, they were at an airport. There was no one there. Everything was hazy. Nothing, like a match. They went to light a match. It wouldn't light. Water wasn't wet.
I might have seen it.
No, the book, dude. Food had no flavor. It tasted like a styrofoam, like a foam material. And they were like, this is like an alternate reality. And they had to try to figure out, because they figured they had gone through like a rip in
space.
In space, right. And they tried to figure out how to get back through. That was a really good book.
How to Kill a Mockingbird. I think it was what? No.
That's not Stephen King.
No. I was just referring to the movie because you were saying that it tastes bland.
I got that series downloaded with Balky from Perfect Strangers. Yes! Balky from Perfect Strangers played in it. Yep. That movie was freaky. Yeah, the book was amazing. I've still got another month's stockpile. Listen, same here. I was indoors before they even told us to stay home. It's been over 2 weeks for me.
I wish I was lucky like you, Donna.
What is another one? Because I was like a Stephen King, of course, Carrie, read that. Pet Sematary, read that. Didn't read Pet Sematary 2. I'll admit, I didn't read Pet Sematary.
The remake was pretty good.
I don't even know if they did a book of Pet Sematary 2. I know they did the movie. Cujo, read that. I really liked the book Cujo better than I liked the movie, probably because I always tend to like the book better than the film. Probably because I love that everybody that reads a book sees it differently, because they paint it and then you imagine it. They paint it with the description, but then you can see it. Like if they describe the farmhouse in a story and you have a memory of a farmhouse, you're going to see that farmhouse. Whereas he would read the same book and he would imagine a farmhouse he remembered. So it's different, you know?
So that's just like the only book that I can think of that I've read and they had a movie was Twilight. When I read the series. No, I'm just saying.
Twilight.
When you read a book, whether it's a series or a singular, and they make it into a movie, you notice a lot of differences. And for me, Only thing I can think of is Twilight. One of the biggest differences was the wolves. In the book, they paint them as like werewolves,
Right.
or something close
But
to.
then in the movie, they're
in the
upright.
movie, they're just actual oversized dogs.
Yeah. See, so yeah, I don't like when they're not consistent.
Or they don't always do all the backstories.
Yeah.
Like one of the characters in the book, they introduced the backstory saying she was a hoe, but in the movie they cut it out completely.
Right. Now, y'all know the story behind Carrie, right? Y'all know about that one? What?
I kind of like the movie.
Of what?
Carrie.
Carrie's a great movie. What's funny about that? Lots of people like that one. It's great. So, Stephen King had been writing that book, and when he was finished, he was like, it's garbage. He was in the bathtub. He had tossed it into the wastebasket in the bathroom. The whole thing he had typed out. Tabby, his wife, she comes in to use the bathroom, and she looks down and sees it in the wastebasket, this stack of the shit, and she picks it up and she's like, what is that? And he was like, it's junk. It's no good. It's not working. So she takes it on and she reads it. She comes in the room and she looks at him and goes, are you out of your mind? This is the best thing you've ever written so far. This is great. And had she not walked into the bathroom and seen it in there, we would not have had Carrie. We would not have had Carrie. And that little what if thing, I will never forget that little what if.
What if she never walked in?
What if she hadn't walked into the bathroom? Gone. So,
but it does depict actual realistic similarities between real life high school with the bullies and the bullshit.
Yeah.
It just brought on the whole supernatural effect.
Right. When I was young,
and the sociopathic tendencies of a parent who's self-absorbed into a religion.
Right.
Because of their
upbringing. Right. When I watched that when I was a kid, one night on HBO. Yeah, on HBO, the original.
I want to say I've seen.
They should have never redone Carrie. It was perfect.
They did pretty good justice on the second one.
Well, you don't fix something that ain't broke. And Carrie won't never broke.
Well, that's the problem with a lot of Hollywood these days is they're remaking a lot of old movies and cartoon movies because they can't come up with anything original. Aladdin, Lion King, Tarzan, fucking what else? What else have they redone?
I don't know.
Honestly, anything with Robin Williams should not be touched.
No, Robin Williams was one of the best. I love sometimes when I can't find something, I want to look at me and Doug, and I'll be like, I'm going to go to IMDb and just type in one of our favorite actors and see what they've done that we haven't seen yet. And we've done that and found shit that was 7 years old. And I'm like, I never even watched this. He was like, but what if it's no good? I was like, I'll punch you in your mouth. It's Morgan Freeman. It's going to be amazing.
Now,
so
don't get me wrong. I give props to Will Smith for trying to live up to the reputation. But they fucked the movie. They changed too much. And you can't duplicate Robin Williams and
you can't.
His style. It's too original. It's
I refuse to watch that. You're talking about Aladdin? Yeah. I won't watch it.
Like I said, I give props to Will Smith. He does very good at his shit. He is a good comedian when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
But replicating Robin Williams, there is no comparison.
You can't. That's
his singing, his acting, his comedic styles.
That's like Led Zeppelin being the opening act and then somebody having to follow Led Zeppelin. Don't even bother. Like when Queen was the opening act for, what was it? Live Aid. It was some kind of big, what was that big concert? I can't remember, but they were the opening act.
Okay, Ski-Wee,
Birdcage
Predator. I love Predator. The new stuff they got is pretty good. But Lily Pad, Birdcage, hands down, the best shit ever. One of his.
He's gay. He's gay.
Ever. I love that shit. It's amazing.
I have Birdcage. Tell them about my library.
Well, if she's got Birdcage, it's gone when I leave in a week.
Fuck you. Tell them about my library. How ridiculous is my library?
That depends. Are we counting yours to mine?
You don't have that many. DVDs?
I don't got hard copy.
Do what?
I don't got hard copy.
Well, see, I do have hard copy.
She's got I think maybe 40, maybe 50. I don't know. I haven't counted DVDs. I haven't counted.
Wait a minute. Did you just say I have 40 or 50 DVDs?
Okay, we're just going to say
I have roughly 300 DVDs. I have 2 totes full in the room.
I ain't seen those. I'm talking about what's on display.
On display is around 150.
I ain't counting them.
40 or 50. This motherfucker has lost he's off the chain.
Well, I've got a full terabyte.
He's got alcohol in him, so he's getting lippy. Listen, he won't let me even
shows.
talk on my own stream. Motherfuck. So, anyway, I have a ridiculous library because when the shit hits the fan and your digitals don't work, I'll be sitting there with my motherfucking TV. Huh?
My digitals don't work right now.
Mm-hmm. With my TV and my DVD player plugged in to my generator, and I'll be watching movies.
Jeez.
What are you doing?
Lillipad.
What about her? Live Aid. It was Live Aid.
Teaching him to be manly. Smear the butter.
Why are you being so fucking loud, man? Get the fuck out of my face with your bullshit.
My corona.
Bitch. Okay, so
It's her fault.
I can't remember what I was saying. Queen opened. And when Queen opened, some of the bands were like, we have to follow that.
The Shining, Stephen King, yes.
The Shining. Did I read The Shining? I did not read The Shining. I did not.
Oh, never mind. That's for the kids.
They're at the Stewart Hotel.
Well, I was going to say The Shining is the one with the guy and the glowy eyes, but no, that's the one with the twins and something about let's play.
Yeah, that was filmed at the Stewart Hotel. Anyway, I googled the name of the book Rachel was reading. The Shining. Wasn't that yes, that is Stephen King. And what is another Stephen King that I've read? I think there's a lot. Now, you know the Morgan Freeman line, the Alex Cross, Along Came a Spider, and all those other ones, the Alex Cross series. I read those.
Jack Nicholson? Yeah, Jack Nicholson wasn't in The Shining. That was
yes,
another guy.
He was.
Okay, wait, he was the guy with the axe?
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
He's 30.
Well, no.
And there were no gay sex scenes, so he doesn't remember.
I've actually never seen The Shining outside of Twister.
Oh my God.
I wasn't into that shit when
I
was
think
younger.
I have The Shining because I know Aaron's obsessed with that movie. There
Let's
was a
just put it
Shining
this
remake
way.
in the 90s,
A lot
late
of her
90s.
shit's going to come up missing.
No, it's not.
But she's going to know where it's at.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and lock all my shit down and store it because, dude, you know I love my DVD collection. And they were nicely organized. I had children's DVDs, which are ridiculous. How many children's DVDs? What are you talking about? What are you doing?
I'm trying to show the size.
And then I've got like action. I've got drama. I've got comedy. I had them all organized, but then we had to reduce the amount that were on display because I had no shelf space for my knickknacks. And we put a bunch of them in the storage bins. But they actually should be.
What?
They're probably in the hall. Yeah, they're full.
Will,
have you seen Traffic? Oh, that's a good movie.
Oh, no,
I've got Traffic.
There was in The Shining. Remember when that dude was blowing the guy in the bear mask? What the?
I don't remember that.
I think he's fucking with us.
I don't know. I've never. Ski-wee troll people?
Is.
Come on.
I mean, I've seen a lot of shit when I was younger, parts and bits, maybe the whole thing, but I just don't remember it because I wasn't into it.
Have you seen Traffic? Have you seen Traffic?
I don't know what it's about.
I've got it. I'll get it for him and I will give it to you. You know what he hadn't seen and I made him watch? Alpha Dog. When he got done watching it, he lied because he didn't watch it all the way through.
Bullshit.
I said, well, what did you think? He said, I wanted to punch somebody in the face when that was over. I wanted to punch somebody. I said, when I watched Alpha Dog, when it first came out years ago, I lost my shit. I was bawling because the kid that was so laid back and easy going that Justin Timberlake had said, man, you can take off if you want to. I was telling you, Rand. He was like, nah, my brother will get in trouble. I don't want to cause him any more shit. That's something Wayne would do, my son.
But see, the thing is with that kid, to me, towards like the middle of the movie and the end of it, he did seem like a special kid. But what really pissed me off is that JT's character pushed and pushed, like, oh, you're fine, you're going to be good, you're going to be okay.
He thought he was.
No, he knew
Justin
at the
Timberlake
end,
did not know that was going to happen.
But at the end, he knew something was going to happen.
It was too late by then.
But that's what I'm saying, though. At the end, he kept telling him, you're going to be fine, you're going to be fine, you're going to be fine. But then all of a sudden, he does what he does, kid gets knocked out, and then fucking shot up. And that shit just...
Look,
Oh,
Why that bear performed fellatio on that guy in The Shining.
that looks like a dog.
And you know what? We'll look at that in a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that later.
Yeah. What made me forget what I was going to say? Because you won't shut up for 5 seconds. What are you doing? I know, Will. Just give me a second to think what I was going to say.
You said I wouldn't shut up for 5 seconds. That was 5 seconds.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember because he won't stop talking. You see.
This is the first time I've done this in a while.
And that matters to me. Why?
Stop bougie.
Let me see.
That's right.
I'm gonna read it. But Traffic, I have.
What is it about?
You just have to watch it.
You don't have to show me. Just tell me.
Just hold on. Traffic. Movie. Trailer.
Who's in it?
Just watch.
I was gonna say scroll down so I can see who's in it.
This is old. This is 20 years old, dude.
Okay, hang
man.
on, y'all.
I can't. I've got my speaker set up here.
Click back and just let me see who's in it, and it'll tell me a brief description.
Okay.
Over here on this side. Look at the makers on drugs. See, anything that dealt with drugs I never really watched. Producers, directors, go down. Who's in it? It doesn't even tell you who's in it.
Does it matter? Everyone's telling you it's
Right
amazing.
Right there. Is that Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Shit. Yes.
Michael Douglas. Okay, I know him. Cathra. I know. Dennis Quaid. Nines.
Okay. So there's
the other one.
Okay, yeah. Now, what's the movie? I cannot remember it. What is the movie where Halle Berry? Yeah, it's Halle Berry.
Swordfish.
No. What's the movie where Halle Berry swordfish?
That's the close.
So the movie where Halle Berry and her husband are pulled over by the police, and the cop goes to frisk her, and he like gropes the shit out of her, like he literally like penetrates her with his hand. And then when she gets into the wreck and the car flips and there's gas leaking, and Matt Dillon, is it Matt Dillon that plays that part? And he's the cop that shows up, and he's trying to cut her. What's the name of that fucking movie? That is a good movie.
Cut her seatbelt?
Cut her seatbelt to get her out, and she's like, no!
So
she's flinching. Yeah.
So he's the one that raped her pretty much.
Basically
and then
raped
he showed
her.
up for the...
Yep. And the husband knew he had done it and couldn't say nothing because they're cops. And then at one point, that woman goes for a jog, and she finds a baby in the woods, in the bushes, crying. Somebody abandoned the baby, so she brings it home, gives it a bath, gets it dressed in some clothes that she had put up for her daughter when her daughter was little. And then when her husband comes home, she's like, look what I found. And he's like, what do you mean, what you found? Oh, that's a good movie. I love that movie.
Baby.
I remember when she found that baby, I was like, oh my God, she found a baby. I was like,
yeah, there's a twist to it, I bet.
She called.
Well, no, I'm saying there's a twist to reason, like why she
They end up adopting the baby, I think. Yeah, yeah, they do at the end. They end up adopting.
There's a twist to why she found the baby, like who initially put it there or whatever.
I don't know. I don't think they ever explained all that. But she found the baby, and then her husband decided to just adopt the baby, so they did. But they ended up going Grand Canyon. They went to the Grand Canyon. The name of the movie is Grand Canyon. I knew it would come to me. Got a good brain. I know all the good words. I know really great words. But it's called Grand Canyon, and if y'all haven't seen it, I gave y'all the gist of some amazing parts of it. But and I think that cop part is part of it as well, unless I got two movies whipped together there. So.
What the fuck's that?
The thing about Stanley Kubrick's
Oh shit! He wrote it about a real family.
A minute.
I was reading that shit.
Grand Canyon, the movie. Yes.
Diverse group of characters are thrown together through chance encounters while coping with urban chaos.
Danny Glover's in it
the
too. I
main
love Danny
focus is a
Glover.
strong friendship between an immigration lawyer, Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline.
And
He's
a
the
tow truck driver,
husband.
Danny Glover, who meets when
Yep.
who meet when Klein's car breaks down in a crime-ridden neighborhood. Director Lawrence Kasdan.
He's the tow truck driver. Yep. Danny Glover's the tow truck driver.
Danny Glover's fucking good.
Danny Glover's amazing.
But I love him in fuck. I just had the movie in my name.
I loved him in Fuck.
Lethal Weapon.
Don't be so rude. Damn it.
Closed.
So,
okay, I want to see.
Oh
Stevie's
yeah, the
message.
Del Toro
I
fella.
want to see
Yeah.
Stevie's message.
Do what?
Stevie got a message. Go to the thing.
Oh, and he deleted it. Right here. It's right there. Kidnapped. No, it was Grand Canyon. But what is the one? I must be mistaken about that scene.
You know what a good Halle Berry movie was?
No, but you're not going to stop talking. Okay, IMDb.
Grand Canyon.
Halle Berry. Oh, I spelled it wrong.
No, you didn't. LLE.
I had it wrong. It just came up right. Halle Berry, Matt Dillon.
Movie. The Call.
Nope.
That's a good movie though.
Nope.
Just do Halle Berry IMDb, and then you'll find it right there.
Police officer. Accident. I'm just typing in all the little bits of information to see what comes up. If we need to, it doesn't matter. Crash.
So, 2004 mega drama film produced during the current police officers arrive on the scene and chase. Ends with Cameron and Anthony in Cameron's car, based on racial tension. Matt Dillon as Sergeant John Ryan, a corrupt, bigoted police officer. Take the pain away. Halle Berry. Assault on Precinct 13 was good.
Assault on Precinct 13, the original was so taboo. You guys, if you've never seen the original, they shot the original one, not the new one. I've got the new one. God, that was in the 70s.
Oh, I've never seen that then.
I saw it.
That one had...
Dude, seriously, I'm trying to tell them what I saw. Assault on Precinct 13, the original. I remember my daddy watched it on HBO, and I watched it with them. And I remember they shot that little girl. The ice cream man was serving that little girl an ice cream, and out of his truck, and she got shot in the head, like right in the head, and she just fell backwards holding that ice cream. I never forgot that. And I was a little girl.
What the fuck movie was that?
Assault on Precinct 13. They were shutting down a precinct to open up a new one, and they only had like a few cops there, and the phone lines were already cut because they had already turned them on at the new place. So yeah, they assaulted Precinct 13. It was gangs in the area, but I remember that incredibly taboo scene of a child being shot and the parent like losing their shit, and it was heartbreaking. I was a kid, but we watched it on HBO, and I never forgot that movie either. Oh my God, Monsters Ball. Ski-wee, it's called Monsters Ball. Let's get ready to mention that one. That one was so nasty.
No, The Call was a good one for Halle Berry.
Raunchy. I was like, I don't know, Monsters Ball was like softcore porn. It was pretty awesome. It was safe porn. It's like, I'm not watching porn. That's Billy Bob Thornton. He doesn't do porn.
You're going to help me, right?
What?
Next week?
Do what?
Move.
We're talking about movies. I'm not helping you move. I'll help you carry shit to your car.
Bullshit, I'm getting U-Haul.
Because I have to paint. I have to paint that fucking room.
No, you don't. It's boy color.
It is blue.
It is a very nice blue.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a matter of. Do you hear how he's saying it? It's a very nice blue. He turned a one-syllable word into a two-syllable word.
It's a good color. It's a good color.
It's not. Aaron hates it. You already know Aaron doesn't like that.
You never said anything about it.
You are so in denial.
He said shit to me.
Oh, Corey and Will got to get to sleep. Night, everyone. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. I'm sorry, Lily. I'm a terrible friend. Good night. Thank you for coming and chatting. I need you to show this to Will. Scroll to 15-second mark. All right. Let me go to that. Scroll to the 15-second mark. All right, y'all quit talking for just a sec.
I'm scared.
All right, quit deleting shit or else I can't get to it. Hold on a minute.
It'll be there.
Oh, soon. He can't listen to it though.
Just let it play.
Here you go. Because I've got this audio going through. Here you go. Put that up to your ear. Just stick it up to your ear. And then you'll be able to hear whatever's being said. Yeah. Oh, your big old gay ear. Okay, you ready?
Go.
Here we go.
What the fuck?
I never caught that before.
We don't see nothing but the.
Ooh!
That's a dog, not a bear. That motherfucker getting kinky. That is not a bear suit. That's a dog suit.
That is insane, man.
And that's a Beethoven. What's the breed?
Beethoven is a Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernard.
Cujo.
That's a damn dude in a Saint Bernard costume.
There's no sound worth hearing. Yeah, we didn't know. Now we do. Hi, Ace. Howdy, y'all. Please tell Hollywood Care Bear to play Blowfly. What did I eat last night?
What the fuck?
What?
Go to the live thingy.
I don't know what that means.
Who the hell's Ace Carson?
He's just a commenter on the side chat. He's usually on Lindy's
side
chat.
I'm gonna grab my phone. That should be charged. I need a drink.
You don't need a drink. You don't need no fucking drink.
I got Corona.
Well, enjoy your Corona.
Bitch. You go. Nope. It's a 7. You shall not pass, bitch.
I missed most of your comments, and I got to go see what you fucking said. Yeah, Monsters Ball was good. It just, I appreciated the whole racist like he changed his view, you know? I mean, the whole thing of him being a prison guard and all of it. It wasn't like this groundbreaking story that needed to be told for years to come, but it was a nice story about something that could happen behind the scenes, the little tidbits of life you don't think about.
Okay, so what am I looking up?
And then, of course, sexy Billy Bob Thornton. Oh, my God. I told you I like skinny nerds. I do like some skinny nerds now. Blowflies. The first rapper. Wait. All right, so it's Blowfly. What did I eat last night? Should be right there.
Who did I eat last night?
Lady fail.
Dude, my phone charges fast. I love it.
Open my door. It's too hot in here.
You just noticed the door's been shut for the past hour.
Bitch, open the door.
The door's been shut for the past hour.
And you're going to open it for the next hour. Punch him in his dick.
It's not hot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Billy Bob Thornton always has a special place in history, especially since they filmed Sling Blade in Benton, Arkansas. Why are you listening to that old school car wash music?
He told me to. They're sending these checks to people. All right, well, watch it later. So they're sending these checks to people, like every American that filed taxes or whatever. A certain amount.
Can I finish? So, here's my deal. You got a drink. Where are you going?
One.
I don't think that everybody should get the check if they're still working. Do you know how much money that could save? This is a $2 trillion relief package. If people are still working, why are they getting the check? It should affect people that are out of work or have had their hours cut, like an obvious cut that's going to really harm their ability to financially remain stable. And Doug's still working. They're letting him get overtime if he needs it, or if he wants it. So he's working tomorrow. He can go in late. No one's going to be mad because it's not a required date anyway. He just built a set of stairs for Cape Canaveral.
That's my fault.
I know. I would have figured it out.
Because it's bigger.
He said, giggity. So, I'm just going to show you. Hold on.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that they're only giving money to, I mean, yeah, they might be giving money to everybody, but what you have to make under a certain amount a year
wants a piece
in order to qualify for the biggest chunk of
this
money.
Is supposed to be a relief. What do you need relief for if you're working? Like I told Doug, I was like, they're going to be giving money to us. We don't even need it. And then I started thinking about all the other people that were going to be getting it that did not need it. And I was like, that is a massive extra amount.
Sure, I need it.
You do not. You live here.
I'm moving.
So then you have to delay your move. You don't have current bills that are going to be fucked up. Think about it. See, you can't be greedy. This is a time when the country needs to say, that is greedy.
I'm moving.
You ain't moving if Diego don't get back to work.
That's why I need the money.
Because his boyfriend's business is affected. That's all I'm going to say. And he's out of work until this is all over with. That's
all I know is I need the money.
He don't need the money. He could wait and move later. He's not like currently right now going, oh my God, where am I going to get the money for this bill? He doesn't have the bill yet. So that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Some people aren't affected. They're not affected. You're still working. We aren't affected. But you don't even get the chance to opt out. I haven't heard them talking about opting out. This check is nothing more than a handout. Trump buying votes, it feels like. It, as much as I hate him, I could say that. He's trying to buy them. I don't believe that. I think that they've convinced him to do it, and he sees it as a chance to buy them. It's just a bonus in his mind. He's like, bonus, you know?
You're going to file taxes.
This check, I say, you will have to pay tax on that money, too, when you file taxes for 2020.
It's a natural disaster.
Right.
But in
the meantime,
do what? You're not going to have to pay on it.
Why? Because
it's a natural relief fund.
Well, yeah, I've heard both sides of that. I've heard that this is going to be to where you don't have to pay taxes on it.
Well, I know with some jobs, at least with mine, every time there's a hurricane, they offer a set amount of money for all the employees for relief.
I don't think everyone should get that check.
We never have to pay a penny on it so long as it is considered a natural disaster within our state.
Right.
This is a natural disaster.
Nationwide.
I highly doubt that they are going to tax everybody on.
Well, we have to wait and see what the final thing is that they agree on. We haven't looked at it.
Well, I know. I've just seen earlier that he signed off on it.
Well, we don't know what's in it, though. We have to wait and see. So let me show y'all.
I'm glad they take a hand on. I fucking need it. Shit.
You're missing my point. In the long run, we're all going to pay for it. This is going to affect the country, the government, in a huge way. And it's like, you made me forget because you was talking so much. All right, so that's what Doug just built. He said that's the biggest set of stairs he's put together since he's worked there. I'm trying to block it.
It looks like steps for like a business.
I don't. It's for Cape Canaveral.
Flip it the other way.
It's Cape Canaveral, dude. It's a big job. It's a government shenanigans. A government. Damn it. A government thing. Son of a bitch. All right, I'm getting pissed because I can't seem to get this to wrap around the top. I want to protect if anybody should message me. I don't want them to, I don't want their shit to show. You know what I'm saying? Those stairs are massive. They're sideways.
Clearly.
Six foot wide, actually, but yeah. But that's his job. And on top of that, he's also the OSHA lockout guy. Every company has to have an OSHA lockout guy, which means that you're certified to lock out a job. That is that way, if something goes wrong with the job, Doug's the one that's got the key that knows who has had their hands on that job. And I was like, why are you doing it? Why isn't the boss doing it? He was like, no one else is certified. I'm the one that was certified from the other job. So they just recertified me. And I was like, well, they should have gave you a raise too. Because if something goes wrong, the fucking buck stops with you, man. That's not right. But was that a scratch or a winning ticket? No. No, but I saved the old ones for Jack because Jack likes to scratch them. So I got a couple in here that, no, this wasn't a winner. But unfortunately, but I save them for Jack. He likes to scratch them, and he thinks every one of them, he'll add up all the dollar amounts and say, I won this much. I'm like, no, you didn't, but awesome on the math skills, kid. Do you think for 1 second I'd give you a winning scratcher, baby Jack? Your kids and grandkids will be paying for it. That's what I mean. This is going to be a lasting. I fuck shit up, I leave.
That's me to a T.
You don't fuck nothing up. He's so full of shit.
When it comes to the kitchen, I do.
What? When it comes he's right. When it comes to the kitchen, I gotta agree with you on that. He fucks shit up and then he leaves. And I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, you left my fucking pan dirty, bitch. My good pan. It's like a $70 pan and you're over here fucking it up. You better not use metal on it either.
I use plastic.
I said you better not.
Shit,
but
that might be leaving with me.
You ain't taking my pan. You take that plastic spoon.
Shit, I'm gonna take that pan.
You know you ain't either. That's a good pan. No, that's a good pan.
Here you go, Briggs.
Ooh, look at it. Ooh.
Save it. I'll send it to you.
Ooh.
The other one's kind of better.
Dun, 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 ba, ba, da, ba.
Save it. I'll send it to you.
All the world is waiting for you.
No, just hold it. Hold the picture.
And the powers you possess. La da da di da, da 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 da. I don't know the words, so I fake it.
I ain't gonna lie, they're nice pictures.
They're nice pictures, girl.
There, now you got them.
Okay, thank you. Did you post them and tag me?
No, I sent it to you directly.
Turn it back. That guy's got too many muscles. You know good well you wouldn't want that. I don't like no ripped dude. I like a man with a little meat on his bones. I like a man with a belly. Not a belly like.
No, I can't.
Not like a Boris belly, but I mean like.
I can't show you.
A belly, not a gross physique, but a belly.
How are you gonna mention me in a comment but not say shit? What the fuck?
Who?
Somebody.
Well, they wanted you to see the post.
No,
they tag you in the comment.
No, but there's enough. Oh, never mind. They commented on the post.
Right. Can I have my elbow? You're like all in my motherfucking space, yo.
Fuck.
He's like, so, did you see this picture, Corey? Did you see it? I'm like, no.
Fuck sex. Can I lay with you and explain why I'm retarded?
Don't say that in here. Dude, what is your fucking deal?
It's not my phone.
Well, don't read it. It is your fault. You chose to read it. I'm going to kick him out.
Time to bake.
That lady was rolling her fupa.
She wasn't her fupa.
That was her fupa.
No. That was her stomach.
That's what a fupa is, you dumbass! Look, he said that's not her fupa. That's her stomach! He's an idiot. What do you think a fupa is?
That part.
What part?
Fat under part.
That's a fucking fupa, dude.
The under part is under your stomach.
Well, I got a mama fupa. I've had 3 kids.
Oh, hello.
Holy shit, call a cop. That's man's being... No,
that's man being
that's Martha. Mary telling you about Martha? I was telling you about Martha today. He ignores me. He doesn't even listen to me.
Sure, let's go with that.
See? Let's just go with that.
Hubba.
I don't like buff men. No. See? I don't like buff men. I just don't. Let me see. Let me see him.
I'm going to rewind it.
I just want to see him. Why are you rewinding it?
So you can hear it from the beginning.
Kick in door, lightly. So work has not made it a policy to wear an N95 mask or an actual respirator.
I like the beard.
I'm unable to do so because I have not seen my chin in almost 4 years.
I have no chin.
I have to shave, or I don't get more work. This is harder than I thought. Just a stash. I could get some sweet chops going on. And at the end of the
just
day,
mustaches
just hair. Keeping yourself safe, keeping other people
are
safe.
so pedo.
Time to get
I don't know. I'm off to bed. I gotta wake up and go to Home Depot tomorrow before they close at 6 p.m. You work in the parking lot? You building pallets at Home Depot tomorrow?
This is fine.
Enjoy your sleep. Have a good day tomorrow.
Oh, that looks better.
Yeah, he's good looking.
It happened.
He's got a belly. I like that.
He's
He's got chest hair too. I want to touch him. I don't want to touch you. I want to touch him. Look!
Oh my God!
Oh! He looks good. Pedo!
Can we take a second to realize how round my head is?
Get off me, kitty! Mama, you all up in my face!
No idea who that is.
Oh God, don't. Ew.
That's my chin. That's the second chin. This is not a good look for me. Also, is it always this cold?
Is it always this cold? He's got new face hair. I'm heading to bed too. I'm nodding off. Have a good day and be safe. Oh, thank you for coming in, Donna. It was nice talking to you. Have a good day tomorrow. I don't like your news feed on Facebook. It's just too many ripped men. Oh, look at his chest hair. Oh my God. His beard is luxurious. Oh my God. Okay, if they've got really pretty chest hair where it kind of looks wispy, yours is not wispy. Yours is like going crazy, like, I'm an afro. I'm a chest fro. But if it's wispy, like it grows this way, and then down here it grows that way, no, you can tell he shaves his. He looks retarded. I just used that word too, but he does. He does look retarded. No. I don't know. I could run my fingers through that chest hair.
Oh God.
Oh, I like a man so hairy. I don't know if I should
braid
him or pat him or brush him. It's like, I'm going to make your chest pretty now. I'm just going to. They're both too buff.
But you don't know that movie. What movie's that?
I don't know.
What movie's that?
I don't know.
What movie?
It's one of them end of the world ones. He's gone. They're gone. All right, well, I'm get off here because it is now 3 o'clock in the morning. I am going to watch Ozark because Skiwi told me it was on, and I checked, and it is. It's on Netflix, and I've had a lovely chat. This was very fun, and no, a lot of people didn't show up, but you know what? That ain't even what this is about. This is about what just happened, which was good conversation with the side chat. And I enjoyed it.
So you're going to keep it going?
No, I'm not. I'm going to cut it off now. See how much you don't fucking know about me?
Snake Plissken?
So,
yes, Skiwi! You got it right.
You see, Skiwi's gone.
No, he's not.
Oh, so get this straw in your grip, Wonder Woman. Here, Corey. Drink this, because you're awesome. High five, Wonder Woman.
Wait, you forgot.
what I've got to say to all the evil troll faces. Up yours.
Wait, you gotta block the bullshit. Twist the arm.
Oh, yeah. Gotta block the bullshit. Cha.
Oh.
Cha. She gotta block, man. She got... This bitch needs to get her shit
Go
together.
higher. There you go.
Shit, I got an action figure arm Wonder Woman. I saved her from the thrift store. She's badass.
She's got a pierced head.
Ding ding, skiwee. Night Corey and everyone on side chat. Escape from New York, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you he was on. He answered.
Snake pill skin. Okay. I'm going to take Wonder Woman. I'm going to lay her sexy, badass, strong woman self down next to that losing lottery ticket that Baby Jack still hasn't scratched. Right next to that losing Mega Million ticket that didn't win because fuck my life. And good night, Diane, Holly, Skiwee, Martha, Donna, Ace, Matronista, Lily.
Listen.
That's Matronista.
Oh.
Lily. Is that everybody? I think that's
Rub
everybody.
one,
Rub
Rosie.
one out, Rosie. Good night. Now I'm going to go take my shower. And it's the weekend, which means the kids don't have to get up in the morning and do schoolwork online. What?
Holly. Fantastic Calamity.
That's Martha.
Oh.
You ain't been here very long. You don't know who nobody is. You just need to watch and learn, little boy.
Well, they can watch me in a week.
Anyway, good night, Martha. Tell Diesel I send my love. I love you guys. And I think that'll about wrap it up. All right? Okay. Tune in tomorrow because I'm sure I'll be, like, talking about Ozark. So if y'all are into into the show Ozark on Netflix, I'll probably be talking about it tomorrow. Depends on if I get my housework done and all that stuff, and I'm filling up to it. But bye, bitches and hoes. Love. Tits out. Thank you, Martha.